everybody's voices.
No, so
because Taylor Swift to me now maybe she's mid-30s or whatever, but to me she still seems like she's like a teenager.
She's
32. You know what I mean? Like,
how old is she?
I don't
32.
look at
she's
it
only
like
32?
she's like a super old person or whatever.
Yo.
Mother.
Yo.
She has no kids. She's
no kids.
Never been in a relationship. It's just weird. Like what?
No, I mean she's not a relationship.
Like if people
plenty of relationships.
married with where you would expect to have kids.
Sure.
Now, if somebody called like Martha Stewart mother, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. She's like the lady at home baking and doing stuff.
Now, I've never heard that mother thing before, but here's the thing that I would say about Taylor Swift, right? And I was really thinking about it, like, because I just didn't understand it. But then I was watching, like, watching the Today Show with Rocio, or one of those talk shows with Rocio, and of course, that's like the number one topic. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, watching it, and I'm like, well, they counted how many times the camera panned to her. Like, it was like 24. Like,
at the game.
At the game. Like, it was just like, whatever. And you know what it is that I can see why they love Taylor Swift? Is because Taylor Swift is filthy rich. I'm pretty confident this isn't the first time she's ever been to a football game. But you know what makes this special, obviously, besides the fact that she's talking or whatever with Travis Kelce, is how she acts. Like, they scored a touchdown, and she's like, she's acting like a regular person. Yeah. You can mouth and see what she's saying.
More like, you know what I mean? Like, she's done plenty of interviews where she's like, bro, like, all the fame and all the shit is cool, but, like, sometimes I just want to go to the grocery store. But I can't do that, obviously, because
I see her and she's like, F yeah, she's cheering, she's giving high fives. And then, like, I will listen to other podcasts.
Yeah, because she did say, let's fucking go. It is hilarious.
And she's getting drunk in there, too.
Yes. But see, here's the thing.
You ain't catching Beyonce doing that.
There you go. See, that's why the Taylor Swift thing, to me, matters a little bit more. You'll see Beyonce and Jay-Z courtside at a Knicks or a Nets or whatever.
Jay-Z, yes. Beyonce, no.
I've seen Beyonce at a few. Mm-hmm. But she sits there exactly how I would imagine a queen would sit. She's not cheering. Yep. She's not standing. She's not yelling. She's not cursing. She has sunglasses on. She looks beautiful. She's just sitting there and she's like, She's probably thinking in her head, nice. Like, but she could care less. Seeing a person of a stature, of a Taylor Swift yelling, I go, oh, you know what? Then I take everything back that I said. I don't understand why. I see why.
Nice.
Because it matters. When you see people that you hold in this, like, maybe not if you hold them there. They are at this high regard, and you see them acting like us. Okay, so you see a Taylor Swift walking down the street in a sneaker that you could literally just go buy now. I can see why you go, oh, that is cool. I can see it. I don't think people go, well, there's the fanatics are like, Taylor Swift has it, I need it. I understand that. But for other people, like, man, that's Taylor Swift, and she just got on a $55 New Balance that's similar to New Balance site, like, oh, I could have one too. My biggest thing with Beyonce was I've never seen her in an Ivy Park Ultra Boost. Yeah. I've never seen her outside. I've never seen her driving. I've never seen her yelling. I've never seen her do anything that I could relate to. She looks untouchable. Jay-Z, they all look untouchable. Taylor Swift sitting next to Kelsey's mom, who looks like a lot of my friends, white friends' moms, glasses, jersey on, looks like from the Midwest, hanging out, and this ultra-rich girl yelling and screaming and fist bumping and high-fiving. I couldn't imagine seeing Beyonce act that way. Doesn't take anything from Beyonce. Beyonce, like I said, Beyonce is at like a regal level. Taylor Swift could be at that level as well. But you just don't see your celebrities acting like that. You go to the game, you see. So somebody was like, oh, what celebrities are on that level to have the exact same effect that Taylor Swift would? And they were like, Beyonce. They were like Drake. They were like...
Even when Drake is at games, no one really cares. I mean,
it adds to it a tad when the Raptors are in the playoffs.
When he was at the All-Star game or whatever. Like, it was okay, it was cool, but it wasn't like
no one checking for Drake at like
But wait,
game 12 of 82.
But I said the mother thing, and you said no. So
no. I wasn't referring to that. No. I never heard the mother thing. I don't know nothing.
That's just internet. Weirdo.
That's. I mean, people call Beyonce mama and all that. Auntie. They call like certain celebrities auntie. Y'all better leave auntie alone. Like that's just internet stuff. Though. Yeah. But see, so like for me, and I'm not saying I owe Taylor Swift an apology, but I get it. Like you were I will never understand your level of fame and stuff like that. But to see you yelling, let's effing go and fist bumping and high fiving and. I like that. I was like, okay. Because if Beyonce acted that way, I guarantee it'd be like, holy shit. Like, it'll be it'd be shocking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would legit be shocking. And Beyonce is always going to be the standard for that. Like, I'm trying to think of other people, but, like, I don't know if anybody's reached that, you know? Like, who else could you say? Like,
honestly, Michael Jackson's the only other
Michael
person.
Jackson, I mean, Adele? Is Adele there?
No.
Is Lady Gaga?
I mean, because she was courtside at games too, and they were
yeah,
like,
she'd be sitting there with
here's Adele, and
Maverick
everyone
Carter
pops
or whatever, you know.
on what is it, like Celebrity Row, like at the Garden,
Yeah.
like Adele's there like a couple nights. Or,
Yeah.
Bam. Dylan Brooks got a flagrant 2 in a preseason game for punching somebody in the nuts and got kicked out.
Outstanding.
What
Mid-season
a
form.
weird person.
I like it. Huh?
Mid-season
No,
form.
I do.
You wouldn't like if he did it to you.
I like his consistency. You know? I mean, if you go do it at preseason...
Did he do it in the Olympics or whatever? He didn't do it there?
I mean, he got kicked out of an Olympic World Game. I don't think I've ever seen an NBA player get ejected. Yeah, and he had a grip, and he got kicked out of a game. Like,
man, that's Canadian basketball. Though. They play it backwards.
Hey, sorry.
hey, he Canadian?
Yes,
He should have got preferable treatment. Like, you'll kick out a fellow brother? Like, that referee should watch his back. Kicking out a fellow brother. All right, let's do this podcast. Appreciate everybody at Pivot Stocks. Go to getpivot.com. That's GETPYBOT.com. Use the promo code SNEAK this podcast. Get some free shipping. Get a discount code when you order. Got some socks in the building, fam. Look at that. Look at that. We got the new one that we talked about last week for that special little something. Got that little secret pocket in it. Look at that.
I thought that was like a Simpsons thing at first or something.
Nah, peace, brother. Put your weed in there. Put your green in there.
You ain't got no weed.
Put your gummies in there, your green, your shrooms.
You ain't got that.
You trying to get inside Coachella undetected, you put it right in that little pocket right there. But since we do got...
might not want to make no music festival jokes on today's episode, buddy.
What happened
What
today?
happened?
No, not today. You didn't see what happened?
No.
Almost one of the main points of that stuff in Israel was a music festival.
Oh, I
Was it
saw
really?
that festival thing, but like...
I didn't pay much attention to it, but when it's in the news every 2 seconds.
Oh, see, I saw the festival thing, but I didn't understand. I didn't look into it. I just like, wait, what is this?
Oh, well,
Yeah, I didn't know.
A lot of people died.
Oh, well, okay. Well, you know, you can get into your local concerts with your... But like I said, go to getpivot.com. That's GETPYBOT.com. And you know what? I'm going to give these away. So consider that the video gets uploaded later than the audio.
Let me see the other ones.
Which ones?
Like the top one.
This?
No, that one.
This one?
No, right there.
This one?
Who's that one?
Look at that. That's cable. That's when the cable go out. And the static go on the screen.
Yes.
So the first people who listening to the audio and they send me a DM and they say I want the socks, I'll send you 2 of these 4. And then when I post the video, the first person who says let me get those socks, I'll send you the other 2. So it makes it fair, video and audio. So like I said, go to getpivot.com. That's GETPYBOT.com. How do we do the show? Yo,
You were going to say Connor Bedard is debuting in the NHL tonight is what you were going to say.
Yep, and he's already playing. You said they're losing, right?
Yeah, they are. He's had a couple shots on goal though.
Yeah.
Nice. I wanted to watch that. Like, I was like, oh, shit. I meant to record it, but he's already playing, so it's fine. But I like things like that in sports that, like, I was a fan of. I'm a fan of NHL, but I was much more in the NHL way before when we started the podcast and stuff like that, and I fell off dramatically. But new things like that, especially on teams like the Blackhawks who
Frozen Frenzy.
Oh, well, yeah, you got things like that, you know, Frozen.
Unreal.
It's like the Red Zone. We talked about it in the thread.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying a new
That's
hockey
gonna
show. I'm like Frozen Frenzy. What?
Electric.
Man, this chair is out of control. I'm gonna hurt my neck.
You want me to get the other chair?
Nah, I'm turning that way. I'm gonna hurt my neck. Now I can look both ways.
Is the camera good?
I have no idea. That's not working.
Yes.
It's good?
I think
Good.
so.
Without getting a what's it called? A whiplash.
But I do like when,
Hey.
I do like when super hyped young players come with all this energy and it's something that gets you back into it. I enjoy that a lot. So I will be definitely paying a lot more attention to hockey this year. Preferably more the Blackhawks. It's just like college football, you know, with Deion and them. It's like, oh shoot, now the Deion thing is kind of falling off a bit. I think
the only thing that might make it less interesting is like the Blackhawks are. They're not like well, they're clearly not going to be as bad as they were, but I don't know if they have a legitimate shot to make the playoffs. I don't know. What do you think? No? Okay. So
Probably not. They're going to be fun to watch.
Unless he's... Well, but here's the thing. OKC, which I said would be exciting last year if Chet was playing, but they still probably wouldn't have had a legitimate shot at the playoffs. But this year, I think OKC has a legitimate shot at the playoffs, so they're more exciting. Like, it's like exciting to watch, but they have a chance.
Risky but fun.
I mean, yeah.
You better give credit.
But I also appreciate him being on it's a historical hockey team to me. Like, if you were just...
It's one of the original six.
Like, if you, and I'm speaking more from, like, the black community. If you owned a hockey jersey, you either bought a Blackhawks, a Penguins, or a LA Kings. Like, or a San Jose Sharks. Like, those are, like, those ones. So, like, me actually being a fan of hockey, I started liking hockey when I lived in Oregon. It's good to see that he's on the Blackhawks. If it was like he's on the Senators or something, I was like, oh my God, or Calgary Flames, like I get they're Canadian.
What's the names on the Senators?
Yeah, but
David is on the Oilers.
I was like, oh, he's on the Hurricanes, or he's I'm like,
yeah, but Edmonton had Messier and Gretzky. I mean, that's still a historic franchise. It may not be.
They just not what they are now.
Relax.
No, I will not.
But I'm excited for it. So, anyways, we're doing top 10 baseball jerseys ever to us. You make a list?
What episode is it, Greg?
Why you ask me that?
Oh, it's episode 344, I think. So, great share everybody who likes us for our share these jerseys. Oh, it is almost Halloween. But we are doing top 10 baseball jerseys ever to us. I feel like we did this list before. I feel this is impossible for us to not have done this list before.
I'm pretty sure we have.
Now, I searched it and I couldn't find it anywhere. But I think we did it.
I know basketball jerseys and hockey sweaters was done. I don't think this was done.
I think football jerseys had to be done. We had to have done it. I find that
probably
to be
like episode 16.
Maybe.
There's going to be a lot of jerseys that left off.
Sure,
that people
definitely.
Are mad about.
They can be.
Well, baseball's been around longer than anything else. That's why.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Like, looking up some of the jerseys that I wanted to do, I was like, wait a minute. These jerseys go back that far? I've seen some jerseys I've never seen before. I saw a foil silver St. Louis Cardinals one. I've never seen them before in my life. I'm like, that jersey was so far back, it was probably in black and white TV, so it wouldn't matter.
Turn the clock.
It wouldn't matter. It was silver foil because I've seen a lot of baseball highlights, and the St. Louis Cardinals are a historically baseball team. It's a baseball town, and I've never seen that jersey. I am a throwback Mitchell fanatic historian. I've never seen that jersey in my entire life.
What year did color TV start? Because my number one may have not been when color TV was
41.
Oh, okay.
47?
Maybe it did then.
That may be a little far back. Color TV. World War I.
I do want to say it was in the 60s.
Fam. You were way up with that World War I.
I mean, not World War I. World War II. World War II.
I don't know if color TV existed yet, but I mean, according to Andy and Ricco, I was alive then and a riveter.
You gotta tell us.
I was riveting in the.
When was Vietnam?
The 60s and 70s.
The oldest surviving color television in the world uses a color
surviving. What do you survive? Hiroshima?
Hang on.
What's that supposed to mean? Surviving TV. What is that supposed to mean?
1953. So I think, George, you were about 35.
So my number one, if that's true, then my number one was when...
Your number one blew minds when they turned the TV on and they were like, oh, shy. That's what they are.
Fam, it was about 5 cents for a baseball ticket back in those days. I think the crowds was thick. It was packed.
Was it?
With top hats? Everyone had fedoras and bowler hats.
5 cents.
I mean, I'm making that up, but
I know, but I mean, sure, it probably wouldn't.
I mean, the World Series wasn't 5 cents, but I think regular games.
For $100, you probably could take a swing. They probably let you get an at bat.
For $100, you were the mayor.
It might have been more than the
players.
Exactly. $100, you were a president, you were official, you were a mayor of the city. So we're doing top 10 baseball jerseys. So pickups. Anybody got any pickups? Anything? Nothing.
Boxes keep showing up at the house, but they're for Hannah shoes. So every time I turn around.
It's just not going well sneaker wise for like the feeling for me. Like
Hey, listen, Hannah said she put in for a raffle for a New Balance shoe, and I was like, you probably didn't have to do that, right? Like,
which New Balance shoe?
There ain't no way.
Whitaker pack 90-60 or something?
60. I mean, they're nice, don't get me wrong, but like, I'm just like, there's no way they had enough people for the raffles for the shoes that they had. There's no way.
Yeah, because the colorways of that Whitaker pack, I feel like there's some GRs that are pretty close.
Again, it's a nice shoe, but like...
Yeah, I love that model. You hate that model.
Yeah, it sucks.
I'm saying like the materials and the color blocking on the one she got the purple/mint one. I'm surprised we haven't seen more shoes utilize kind of like that dull mint and like super light purple color together because they actually go well together. I know you think stray rats when I'm saying purple and green together.
No, when you say
exactly
those,
the same thing.
When you say those colors, I think Easter. I think of pastels. Like they look like Easter shoes to me.
A little bit maybe, but not. I mean, when you say Easter shoes, people think of like patent leather. Yeah, like bright patent leather colors.
So I did have a pickup, and it was one of those shock drop, spur of the moment. Like, oh, okay.
You get
I have now. Yeah, these are Satins. Now let's talk about this for a second, right? First of all, I told Ricco because some cat was like, "Yo, you think I don't believe you unboxings? Like, there's no way you didn't look at them already, fam. You don't know me very well. Sneakers sit in my trunk and car. Some sit at the front door for days.
I didn't know what you meant at first. You mean just not looking at them?
Yeah, because when I bring them in like this, they're like, "Oh, you didn't look at them. You act like no." I don't. I don't look at them at all when I open up sneakers on the podcast. Anything brand new. So I opened it out the box today. This look. I don't know if it's gonna be fire or not, but according on Twitter,
the same thing has already been out.
I mean, it's the one that came out in what year?
Yeah, I thought you seen those.
I did. Now, back then when I saw them in Flight Club, I was like, "Oh, them joints is fire." It's 2023 now. Okay, it's almost 2024. I don't know about these. All right, so I'm gonna open this up. Now, I saw on Twitter that it does come with a bag. That's a nice touch.
That is nice.
So when I return this to Nike, it may be without a bag. You know, I'm just gonna let you know ahead of time.
Damn. That's the smallest bag of
all
time.
my! It'll go back with the shoes. That's the size of the bag? Oh my god. What you supposed to put in at your lunch?
Do those even fit in here?
I thought the bag was for your sneakers.
A thermos.
It's an actual purse for women.
I might be able to fit in here.
That might
Well, it is a woman's shoe.
It's a woman's shoe, but I know it's going to come in a purse.
That's not even a purse. That's like a little kid bag.
Oh my gosh. I'm giving that to Cruzy.
Yeah, it's Cruzy's lunch bag.
Put that on Instagram right there. Him wearing that bag. That's the thumbnail for the video.
Look at that. Cruzy is going to love that. Her little Jordan purse. She's going to love that. So here are the Satin Jordans. I will throw these over to Ricco so he can turn to George.
Those do not.
You gotta be joking me with this,
bruh.
That's for makeup.
Trick
or treat.
Oh, I guess so. I guess you could use it for that. These ain't too bad, but these are for me. Hiya! Look at that.
Yes, Zach Wilson.
So for those who listen to the podcast in your vehicle, I opened up the Jordan 1 Satin. 2
weeks in a row, bucko.
Satin
They're
Jordan
still
1.
32nd in passing, which is very sad. I'm like, they couldn't be 31st.
Aaron Rodgers is over there with a little teeth chattering, thinking he lost his job now. No?
Teeth chattering.
He said he's going to make his life hell. That's what he said. They're fine.
Thoughts, Ricco. Fine?
Perfectly fine.
I'll tell you what.
Fine is a good endorsement from Ricco.
Though.
Listen.
I don't like Satin nothing, but they're nice.
This might be a weird year because we've had so many young players come in the league and like look explosive or whatever. But I'll tell you what, that Breece Hall, boy, I don't remember him ever looking like this in college. I watched a lot of Iowa State games.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guaranteed home run hitter at some point during the game. Typically, it's pretty early during the game, but he's going to give you a 70-plus.
Now, this is going to surprise you. These are actually fired up.
You say fire or like what?
No, they're fired.
You keep
now. Well, I didn't buy them, but
does Hannah want them? Does she wear it that side?
If it was a low, yeah. I don't think I could ever like wear these, pull it off or whatever. But these are actually fire.
You can pull it off.
Nah,
I believe in you.
That fit you got on right?
I believe in you.
You can pull it off.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we. Yeah, these are fire.
Really?
I like the shape too.
George
the shape is
endorses.
Nice.
Yes.
George endorses the Jordan 1 Satin Highs. You heard it here first. On the Sneak This Sneaker podcast.
George endorses.
Look at that. Make sure you get that in camera next to your face. George endorses the Jordan 1 Satin on the Sneak Diss Sneaker podcast. Actual verbiage?
Foreshadowing for my picks later on the list. Not the color. The material.
The Bulls?
You might know.
Satin Bulls?
What you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Not the colorway.
I know what he talking about.
The material. You might know what
He talking about. You talking for jerseys?
Yes.
He talking about.
Don't say it.
There's a couple, though.
I don't know it.
There might be more than one, but
there's a couple.
But it's blatantly obvious which one I'm picking.
My list probably sucks.
Probably.
All the lists probably suck. Now, I'm sure we have 5 crossovers, I would say.
2 or 3.
Crossovers in the top 10 baseball jersey list, we probably have.
Well, I have a Mets on there, but it ain't going to be a Mets that you pick. I can guarantee you that.
I have a Mets on here, but I really don't like it. But I like it.
Nah, the one I have on here.
I think there's a Mets that's better.
I picked gray, but there was like the white one.
I like the away.
Every jersey in gray version is the best.
Gray Mets.
But I don't think y'all would. If I gave you 10 guesses, I don't think you would guess which Mets I put on here.
The 1980, the script.
I mean, is it in the 80s, 90s, or is it going to be like in the 60s?
No,
70s?
just like I'm saying, you would have to guess like.
Was it the one in
it's probably the 3D.
I don't know how I want to word it. Like, I have an affinity for a specific type of jersey that like multiple teams have used. I only put 2 on my list because they're probably.
You're talking about the sleeveless one?
Nah.
I have a couple sleeveless ones on my list.
Sleeveless ones suck.
I didn't put sleeveless
ones are fire.
I don't understand a sleeveless baseball jersey.
Just wear a shirt underneath. What do you need sleeves for?
I didn't put sleeveless, and I don't like t-shirt, like one-piece jerseys. I like button-ups. But
there's not a lot of one-piece jerseys, though.
Oh, yeah, there are.
No, there were batting practice jerseys.
Batting practice?
No. Fam.
Some
of the most famous, well-known jerseys of all time is literally like a neoprene. Well, not a neoprene. What's the material? Nylon jersey. Just a shirt. No buttons.
Are you sure about that?
I can't think of one.
I can't think of one either. Huh? I think you're thinking the batting practice ones.
No. What?
We'll talk about it. Is it on your list?
Pirates?
There's a Pirates pullover. Maybe.
If you went down the list of the most famous jerseys of all time, pullovers might be 5 out of the 10.
Sturgill playing in a pullover?
Damn, are you okay?
I think he did, right? I'm asking.
Yes, man.
Okay, I feel like we know the Pirates.
Ever heard of Roberto Clemente? I mean,
was it pullover?
Yes.
I look. Maybe. All right.
The Mets.
You were 40 when
the Mets
Clemente played. So.
Yes, when the
You mourned.
The Mets pullover. Darryl Strawberry and Doc Gooden. That was a pullover.
Was it?
Yes, it was.
Was it? I thought they had
Yes, it was.
That wasn't the invisible zippers at the time?
No, man.
Okay, maybe.
I thought he was talking about the 97 one that said
New
York in script that they only wore for the 1 year and then got rid of it.
So first of all, that's not the Mets jersey that's on my list. But my point is, you can call it a pullover. I just call it a t-shirt, whatever you want to call it. That's the most famous of. If there are more of those that are famous than button-ups.
Okay.
Royals. You can go down the list. They're all.
But some of these jerseys had invisible zippers. They were hidden zippers. Some did.
No, fam.
Some did. I don't know. Maybe the ones you're talking about. Maybe
they were literally.
Some did.
They were literally like neoprene is the wrong word, but whatever the nylon, whatever the word is, it's literally like that kind of stretchy material.
Yeah.
Pullover. That was literally the most famous
nylon makes too much
MLB
noise.
jerseys.
I see what he's talking about.
Okay. Hey, look. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I didn't watch that game.
Yes, one game.
But I think the Satin Jordan 1s are okay. These are probably going to be at your local Tanger outlet pretty soon. George gave these an actual fire, which is rare. Okay, very rare. Ricco gave them a which
I said they're fine.
You said they're fine. A Ricco fine does mean that they're good. It's not fire. It's not incendiary. It's not all the keywords that he usually uses. But a fine from Ricco and a fire from George means these are a must cop for you guys listening to this podcast. So please go out and buy these, and it comes with a purse. Releases, George. Go ahead and do your thing.
Did we even do releases last time?
We did. Releases. Appreciate everybody who likes, subscribe, and share this podcast.
Hold on a second.
This stitched on wings, though, is kind of whack, though. It looks like a baby.
I actually like it.
It's hard to see. It looks... The shine on these is really nice, though. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll wear these to go, hoop in or something.
Mm-hmm.
Skip. Something.
Hopscotch.
What's releases, George?
Hold on a second.
Hurry up. Got all this time. I gotta go home.
Man, relax.
Hurry up.
Apologize for already sniffing on the podcast. My allergies have been out of control.
Topics today.
We do got a lot kind of to talk about today, man.
Well, why don't you two start talking about it while I pull this list up?
Can't.
All right, calendar.
That apple juice is gross, son. Made my stomach hurt. Like I'm literally sitting here like, am I gonna throw up?
I bet you it was something else you had before that.
Y'all hyped up this apple juice for an hour.
Like I'm really sitting here like, oh
Greatest apple
shoot.
juice of all time.
Oh,
No.
Go get one.
No, I can't drink apple juice.
Treetop is the
What
best.
do you mean you can't drink apple
Can't
juice?
drink apple. It messes with my tongue, dude.
Well,
What does that
it's
even
doing
mean?
something
It's
to me
apple
right
juice.
now.
Oh,
Like my mouth is
bread.
salivating. You know when your mouth starts over salivating, that means you're about to throw. My mouth is salivating.
No, you did something else to yourself.
Nah.
You did. What's orally? Orally. There's a New Balance collab.
When you're angry.
1906
Oh,
R New Balance collab. Flint Stone, not the Flintstones. Flint Stone, 2 words, and Bone White.
Like the Flintstones?
No, I just said not the Flintstones.
I don't know
Flint,
what that
Space
collab is.
Stone.
Orally?
There's 2 pairs. AURA.
That might be a topic because
Orally.
fam, new sneaker collaboration stores like pop up every like 35 seconds.
Stores or
What's this the SB that's getting? It's like we shared in the thread. I was like, I don't know what's called.
Houndstooth? I don't know what is that a company?
The orange and white and
Yeah, but is that
I'm like, that's not.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't
I don't know.
Orally.
I didn't even know like the Compton skate shop there. I didn't even know that existed. Like I don't know anything about that.
None of them. They're cool though.
Medium Olive Air Max 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, so you need for free, basically. That's what that was.
no, I mean, Olive ain't for everything.
Is a box arriving with them?
Travis Scott. I have no idea, to be honest with you. Apparently one is en route, but I don't know what's in it.
Got all patent leather 11s.
Travis Scott, Golf Low,
Golf
Neutral
Wang?
Olive.
I just don't understand.
Did you
why.
hear about his concert? A bunch of people bought tickets to his show, and they're not reselling for anything.
Damn,
Like
Well-
you can get a ticket to Travis Scott for $8.
Hey, I thought they were not selling. I thought that was
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, they're
Like,
not
selling, which
no,
is
we
kind
weren't
of crazy.
talking about concerts today.
That's you.
That's your rule.
I got
I'm trying to be respectful. That's not a rule.
respectful of what?
Damn, a lot of people died out there.
Fam, look, they got the look. I ain't. You know what? Go ahead. Because I do care and I got compassion for, but there's too much going on in the world right now for me to.
I'm not saying we can't talk about it. I'm just saying, like, maybe not make jokes. I don't know.
Fam, go ahead.
It's concert ticket reselling jokes. Not
Look, Travis Scott
attending
can't sell
the
nothing.
show.
I saw another concert,
Swift
buy
is
one
not
get one
supporting.
free. All right, a ticket. I was like, what?
Beyonce and Taylor Swift are the only ones selling in this climate.
Insane.
Yeah,
Everybody
tell
trying to go see the
Those
baby.
tickets were expensive.
Jordan 1 Low University Red, which I'm pretty sure already came out 4 or 5 years ago.
It came out in the high. I don't know about. Oh wait,
Yeah, they
it was
came
a
out in
low,
the high.
right?
Do the right
high?
thing low.
Oh, okay.
Basically.
I don't need those.
They're good.
They came out. They came out when the Navy swoosh pair.
That was a
came out.
high.
Huh?
That was a high. That was a high.
No, it was a low. I have it. I have the Navy one. The red one came out with it.
They did. Oh, I don't know.
Sean Witherspoon Gazelle. Milo.
You like 'em?
I actually like them. Yeah, I
Milo
think
is
they're
son's
good.
name or something. Why is it called?
I'm
Milo?
assuming it's something
Uh,
personable.
Australia drink.
Is that what it is?
MYL. Man. I was
But they have
like-
those drinks called Milos.
I heard of them.
Yeah.
The only Milo I know is the baby monkey from Bathe and Ape. The baby Milo. Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
I'm okay with them, but $180 for those is insane. Like $180 for a gazelle? No.
What's man's name who was on That 70s Show? Ain't his name Milo, something like that?
The one that went to prison for rape?
No, not that one. That's Danny Masterson.
Oh, I've never watched the show. I don't know.
What's the one's name? Isn't his name Milo,
So for
something?
Grace? Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis.
Topher Grace.
Yeah, Mila Kunis.
No, man, the one who played the foreign exchange kid. Man, I know Mila Kunis. Oh, okay, there we go.
Who?
Wilmer Valderrama.
I said Mila Kunis.
Oh, you talking about the guy who spoke Spanish or broken English on the show? Oh, okay.
Couldn't remember if he was Hispanic or Arab.
Middle Eastern?
Show. Yeah,
what's he on? He's on like a CSI show, like one of the CSI shows.
But I assume
CSI
if his name
Vegas,
is
I think.
Wilder Valderrama, he's probably like Venezuelan or South American or something.
I don't know.
In real life, that is.
I don't know. You two
Latinx Heritage Month.
Jordan 1 Mauve High.
Which one is that?
Don't care.
It's just a purple Jordan 1 high.
Oh, yeah.
LeBron 21 Prince.
What color is that?
Purple.
Rain,
Oh, the purple one?
purple rain.
Gosh, boy. And this podcast is almost legit a waste of time. I'm not going to lie to you. And I hate to express it that way to people who love this show, but...
It's not really a waste of time. We just end up talking about stuff that... Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah,
talking about stuff that isn't sneaker related. That's perfectly fine. The show still can exist because there's so much stuff that happens every single day that needs to be made fun of.
All the time.
Yeah, but there's so many shows that already do that.
Like who?
That just make... That's literally 99% of podcasts.
Yeah, they haven't gotten 345 episodes.
But who? That's what I'm saying. What are you talking about?
What shows just make fun of stuff?
I mean, I don't listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah, I listen to tons. I mean, I listen to at least 10. That's what they do. It's just topics discussions. They go through what they see in the world and topics, and they make fun of everything. They have their own point of views and opinions on it, and move on.
Are they good, though?
I mean, Joe Budden, Brilliant Idiots, Need to Know. There's a bunch.
None of those you said are any good. Now, Budden podcast before these cast?
It's actually better now.
No, it's not.
Trust me, it's 100% better.
That's impossible.
It took me a long time to come around to that. Like, I'm talking like I just got back into it probably about 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. It's dramatically better now. Because the one thing with Maul and Rory, when it was fresh and new, it was super duper funny. But it got to the point with Maul to where he's just too cool for anything. Like, it was like, he was too cool for anything.
Yeah, but that's funny.
And then I felt like a lot of times with Rory, he had experienced a lot of stuff that they talked about. Ish and Ice and all them, and then Melissa Ford and Queen's Flip, that joint be killing me.
Oh, man.
All right. Tune in. Tune in. That Vince Staples episode, one of the funniest episodes.
Yes, because Vince Staples is funny.
Yeah, Vince Staples is there.
I've been telling you about Vince Staples for 10 years. One of the funniest people.
Everybody knows that.
No, not everybody. You may know, not everybody. 10 years ago when I was talking about Vince Staples, not everybody knew who Vince Staples was.
Everybody in this room did.
Fine.
Yes.
All right, different story. We're on a show telling the world of what's going on right now, all right? Dunk Eye SB Sweet Tooth. By the way,
the one?
That's the candy corn. Is that candy corn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
Flagrant 2, where they changed the name of the show. It's just
Flagrant.
That show sucks.
I mean, that's basically what we talk about. People talking junk about stuff in an outlandish way.
No, we're way less outlandish than they are.
Yeah, but that's what makes them who they are, because of how outlandish they are.
I mean,
that's their shtick.
No, well, I understand that, but I guess what I'm saying is, like, Schultz is a funny person because he has, like, that timing and, like, but the other man's not funny to me. And neither one of them cats they got on the sideline is funny either. I don't even know why they let them talk. I have no idea. Now, Schultz and Charlemagne, that's fine because it's two people who are used to being, like, either on stage or
behind the mic.
Like, yeah, like the star. Well, maybe not the star or something, but you know what I mean. Like center of attention. Budden podcast I could care less about. What was the other ones you said?
Need to know. It's a bunch. You know? Like, it's a bunch.
Who's on need? Yeah, but who? What I'm saying is, who are these people? Like, is it people that people care about or
podcasters?
Well, they're not like celebrities. They're just podcasters. Like, you become a celebrity based off how good your podcast is.
I understand that. Is it so? Who? That's what I'm asking you. Who are these people? Who? Why is there someone? Why would someone care about any of those shows?
I mean, they've been doing it for a long time. Same reason why they care about this. Like, it doesn't matter.
No, but we're actually good though. That's what I'm saying. Like,
well, good is relevant. Like, there's tons of great podcasts out there. There's tons of them.
Opinions, criticism.
Huh?
Opinions, criticism.
Yeah, see, we got opinions and criticism. We got that on the topic list too. Joe Budden versus Drake. Opinion. People catch us. Go ahead. Let's finish releases so we get to the stuff.
No, I'm a hater, so I mean.
I know. Well, you can learn something when we get to it. Let's go through releases first.
You can
get better. You can get better.
Everyone can get better. I mean, you're not telling me nothing by saying that. I mean, damn. Mystic Low SB Dunk Mystic Red. Dunk Low SB Mystic Red.
Oh, is that?
Oh, that's fire.
I actually like those.
That joint is
yeah,
fire.
I've seen those around.
I've seen that on a sneakers app. I hit notify.
Yeah.
Now
good.
those, this could go back to get those.
Yeah.
Them is fire.
Yeah, those are good. The other ones too. What is it, like purple and?
It's literally the reverse of the mints.
Yeah,
the mints had a red swoosh.
Mints are good.
You talking about mints that came out way back in what?
Yeah, it's just like what they.
I don't think I would have thought about it that way.
Mints or whatever. I mean, that's literally what it is.
I don't know about that.
What do you mean? You want me to pull the picture of it up? It's a red shoe with a mint swoosh. And
yeah, but it has a purple outsole. Like it's
not purple. It's just red. That's just like dark red. When you dye an outsole red, that's what it looks like.
No. Is it clear?
It's not purple. Look,
it's the outsole is translucent.
Oh, the outsoles are translucent. That's why it looks like that, like pinkish purple. That's why.
Yeah.
All right, keep going. Let's go.
Yeah.
What's not translucent?
Women's Dunk Low Green Snake.
Like a garden snake?
You copy? Did you cop?
Next.
I cop.
Next. Pata Barcelona Air Max Plus. You copying for...
Oh, them joints is kind of fire, though. I'm not copying, but them joints is alright.
Yeah, those are unreal. Yeah.
You didn't cop for your soccer playing offspring?
No, too big. What size they come in?
I have no idea.
God dang, them joints is $210?
Grow into them.
Jordan.
No, thanks.
Jordan 38 fadeaway. Jordan 38 suck. Oh,
you smoking. 38s are dope.
Oh, they suck.
They're one of the better Jordans in the last
they went
10 years.
No, they went backwards.
Nah.
That's all right. You can admit it. They went backwards.
Nah.
You can admit it. Dunk Low Premium Khaki Cargo Vivid Sulfur.
I don't know what that is, fam.
Okay. That shoe you have right there in front of you on the desk.
Yep. Already here. Team early.
Women's Women's Dunk Low Vintage Panda.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
regular Panda probably is also releasing, even though it's not.
There's a lot of sneakers.
Zion 3 Mud, Sweat, and Tears. Bam, what sweat? He ain't done nothing.
I don't know.
Is he sweating on the bench?
Sweating eating.
No, I do like these a lot.
Yeah, the model's good.
I think it's a good model. It does look like a Kobe 11 a little bit, but I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
You copping Demon Slayer clogs?
What the heck is that?
Ricco is.
What is that?
It's a anime shoe.
Anime?
Slayer Crocs. Anime.
I mean, who makes it? New Balance?
Crocs? Who makes Crocs?
Oh, it's on the GOAT list?
I don't know. It says Demon Slayer times clog. I have no idea. Times all-terrain clog. LeBron 21 Mellow. Why does he have a shoe named after Carmelo Anthony?
I don't know.
Paying homage.
Yeah, they homies.
If it even means Carmelo. I mean,
that was the first thing I thought. Yeah, paying homage.
Mellow. Why are they $400 on GOAT?
No, the name. It's a name of a pearl.
Oh, is it?
Really rare pearls called Mellow. Yes.
Oh, I do see these Demon Slayer. You ain't buying these, Ricco.
Ja 1 Halloween NRG, which means it's going to be a super duper hard shoe to get.
Is that what that means?
No. Oh. But whenever they used to put NRG on shoes, it used to mean it was like a Quick Strike or something.
Oh, I thought Quick Strike was QS. QS was Quick Strike.
Yeah, but that NRG used to be for all the like Nike releases when it was like a hard shoe to get or whatever.
Yeah, I'm fine with this. It's coming out at the appropriate time too. The week before Halloween. All right, that's the appropriate time. Now it sucks because Ja won't be playing at all for 25 games, so it's irrelevant.
Your most hated shoe of all time, Air Jordan 5 Plaid.
I'm assuming these are coming overseas first, but these are atrocious. Yeah. Like these are disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's only GS that's coming out. I don't see an adult size of this unless I'm missing something, but No, come on, man. What are we talking about here? Is that like for Christmas? Like, what is that for? Is that a scarecrow for Halloween? Maybe that's what it is. Is that what it is?
Fam, you asking the wrong person. I have no idea.
I mean, I can see this being called like scarecrows. No, fam, the plaid.
Why is that? Why are you
5.
assuming that's a Halloween shoe?
Because don't you put a scarecrow on a plaid shirt?
Fam,
and he be on a stick.
The wrong questions. The wrong people.
Look,
you asking is a plaid shoe a Halloween release?
I mean, it's too early for Christmas.
It could just be a plaid shoe.
It's a kid's shoe.
It's a kid's shoe. I think it's for Halloween.
It's a kid's shoe, but that doesn't mean it's a Halloween shoe.
I think it's for a scarecrow on a
stick.
stick.
They know, like, oh, moms might be willing to spend money near Halloween, so let's make a kid Jordan.
I don't think so.
I
don't think so.
Jordan Tatum times Yeezy Wave Runner.
No.
Why did they name it after a Kanye shoe, man? What are they doing?
It's after actual Sea-Doo, I think.
I'm sure you're right, but why? I mean, that's so irresponsible.
Irresponsible.
Like, what are you doing? All right.
It's just the Wave Runner. It's not Yeezy Wave Runner.
Yes, thanks Ricco.
Thanks,
glad you cleared that up.
I didn't know that.
I would have confirmed that.
Now people are gonna be like, this podcast is stupid. Turn it off.
Now they're gonna do that.
Yes. I was wondering why I couldn't
just started
find
listening.
Everyone's
Last
favorite
episode.
guest ruined the show.
Just last episode, they started listening, and they were like, you know what? This might be as good as Brilliant Idiots. And all of a sudden,
not easy. No wonder why I couldn't find it on Confirmed App. No wonder why it wasn't on Yeezy Supply.
Happy to help.
Fam, does that website still exist?
I don't know.
I hope none of them. What was that one that was like try to help you cop Yeezys? It wasn't Yeezy Supply. It was that other
Yeezy
one. Yeezy Mafia.
Oh, Yeezy Mafia. That's
Does
right.
them cats still exist?
No, but I remember that cat I tried to get on the podcast, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'd love to," and then I don't know, a couple of days later, he was like, "Yeah, never mind. I don't think it's a good idea for our brand." Well, your brand doesn't exist anymore, buddy. Are there any more Yeezys coming out? Are we done with all the releases, the Adidas? Like, is that it?
I have no idea.
I think that's it then, right? Yeezy is officially done? Okay.
Who knows?
All right.
Marvel Ultra 4D Spider-Man 2. They're making Spider-Man 2s instead, buddy.
These are fire, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, if they came in a small size, I'd get them for Cortez. They came out with the Spider-Man cleats today, and they're for football. And I thought, I'd get Cortez these for soccer. They're low tops. They only came in men's sizes. I'm like, what? And grown men. What is this, man? Grown men don't need Spider-Man cleats. Or you at least got to make them for kids, too, at the very least. And come on.
All right, the last thing before the 24th is Dia de los Muertos pack. Jordan 1 High Comfort and a women's dunk low.
You rolled that R. Them J Dillas, though, was kind of fire,
Family would have got me if I didn't.
These Adidas... Wait a minute, them ain't J Dillas. Jason Dill.
Fam, are you okay?
Who is Jason Dill?
You probably own some Jason Dill Adidas, but you just didn't know what it was.
Pickle connoisseur.
Fam, who is Jason Dill?
Dill Pickle got you copping, huh?
I thought this was J Dillas. I was like, man, should I put in? Man, get these out of my sight. Huh?
I guarantee you own some Jason Dill collabs at home somewhere. You just don't know it.
Maybe. Does anybody know who he is, though? That's fine. The Sad owns him. What does he do?
He's a skateboarder.
Yeah, I was going to say either skateboard or soccer. Got to be one or the other.
Man, I'd rather have J Dillas.
No duh.
No duh. You getting the Chris Paul Jordan 1 lows, fam?
Yep.
No, you're not.
These Born Times raised dunks are way too expensive.
Fam, are you done with release?
It was the next. I told you that was the last thing. It was the next thing on the list. So,
yeah, but you know, 24th is okay.
Yeah, man, I'm not even gonna be here. By the way, Ricco, feel free to come back.
Wait, will we be here that way? Oh, okay.
It's a Tuesday.
Well, how Don people come through, fam. Okay, are these not the same ones that we own already?
He's more like those.
I think the
orange
materials
ones?
are different.
So yeah.
I don't get it.
I mean, you can't be surprised. They're re-released. This is Air Max 1 year. Are we allowed to say that?
Is that true?
Huh?
Is that true?
Yeah. Or maybe this year's ending. Maybe next year's Air Max 1 year.
Oh,
but like
okay.
all the Air Max 1 colorways they just released and like the ones that are coming out. So.
Oh, you're just making that up. I thought you meant like this was officially like someone said like this is the year of Air
That's
Max
why
1.
I asked you, are we allowed to say that? Because based on what we've seen, it seems like Air Max 1 year is blatantly obvious.
Oh, I don't know. To be continued. That That's all for releases? Yeah. So, real quick, I appreciate everybody who likes, subscribe, share this podcast. I appreciate everybody who sent me the Joe Budden stuff. I'm still getting through that episode about the Drake album. Now, I'm not here to talk about the Drake album. Okay. But I was quite interested in, like, that back and forth between Joe Budden and Drake regarding Joe Budden's opinion on the album. Now, shout out to the homie Chris. He has sent me this thing, and not Chris, my friend Chris, but it's another Chris that lives in Ohio. He had sent this thing and was like, man, like, sort of like he says, like, how we provide our opinion and critiques on sneakers and stuff like that, and how people back in the day, remember early on Sneak This Podcast, like, we was wilding about a lot of stuff, but a lot of people hated it. They were like, oh, you guys think everything sucks. You think everything is bad. You think everything is that. They never could hear the good that we said in anything. And somebody was like, man, you know, what are your thoughts on podcasts being so opinionated about sports, about music, about sneakers, about everything? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it anything? Anybody?
Well, we already kind of had this conversation. I'm a hater. I mean, I think everybody's show sucks compared to mine, but hey. Yeah,
but like if you're a hater because you're just a hater or because you legit feel that way. Because you can't listen, you can't not listen to nothing and not know they don't exist and say they suck.
No. I'm sure there's plenty. Well, it's like anything else. There's probably NBA players out there who could play in the NBA that no one's ever heard of. There's probably people who could play in Major League Baseball that no one's ever heard of. Same thing with podcasts. I'm sure there's a million podcasts out there. You meet people every day, or maybe not meet, but see people every day that are like genuinely talented, funny, whatever type people that could succeed in that space. I just think a lot of the people that have those platforms high up right now have benefited off, like almost every single show Complex has just benefited off Complex. I mean, them cats ain't actually talented. I'm sorry, bro. Like that goes for a lot of stuff.
That's a different discussion. But
what do you mean?
So in the context of what we were talking about with Drake and Joe Budden is the fact that like Joe Budden basically.
Oh yeah, I didn't read any of that.
So basically, what happened with that is that like Joe Budden said that Drake album wasn't good.
You talking about him saying Drake album's not good, and then Drake basically saying you didn't make it in rap.
Basically, yeah. And he's basically Drake is, and Joe Budden is giving. So what people don't understand is like.
But here's the thing: Joe Budden is a naturally talented person at what he does right now. That's why, in my opinion, the first version of the Joe Budden podcast was so good. He doesn't act the same way with these cats that he acted with them. If you look at all the viral clips, like. Maybe the reason why I say it is part of seeing stuff on social media. All the viral clips from Joe Budden podcast are from, like you said, it's either Vince Staples or it's literally back the other cast.
No, there's a lot of clips out there. There's a lot of Joe Budden viral clips out there still to this day.
Not from this new show.
Oh no, there's a lot from the new show. There's a lot. You just don't see them and you just don't follow the right people to see stuff.
Damn,
like
if you type up, I'm not. Part of the funniest thing about being on Twitter is, like, responding to people who say stupid things with videos of other people. Like, that's literally what I do. I search videos out to, like, that video when Joe Budden was like, I'm tired of you imbeciles typing things. Stop typing. I literally send that to stupid people on the internet. So I'll search out Joe Budden podcast for those type of viral moments like that. None exist from this new version of the podcast.
It trends almost every single week.
No, that's fine. I'm not saying it can't have fans. There's fans of a lot of bad things out there.
So let's just talk about having opinions and things like that.
But Joe Budden is a genuinely talented human being that you could put with different people, and it's still like.
Joe Budden is he's a big like rapper's rapper. Like I know people personally who have Joe Budden top 5. Like Joe Budden is a gifted
He's talking about
individual.
something different than I am, but yeah,
I am talking about something a little different. But like Joe Budden being a talented individual in rap. The music industry did not go, or I guess he felt like the music industry wasn't going in a place where he could stay there, is a possibility of that. So he pivoted to this new thing, to the podcasting, and he's, like George said, it was really, really good early on. It garnered enough of a following that people are going to listen and tune in wherever
every show he's been on.
So there's still value to what he has to say.
Okay.
Now, he carries everything he's on.
I think you guys are creating new topics than the topic at hand.
No.
The topic at hand is basically about how Drake responded with what he said to Joe Budden about it. Now, can you be opinionated and have opinionated opinions about other people's work when you didn't make it in that field? Or in the sports world, can you be as critical as you are?
You're narrowing it down too much. You're saying, can you? That's a separate issue for me.
Yeah, that's the topic.
To me, the actual thing is more broad, though. It's like Drake is making fun of him for being like a low talent human or whatever, not because he specifically didn't make it in rap. In my opinion, like you can narrow it down that much if you want. Joe Budden is a talented musician, but I don't look at him and I'm like, oh, he's hungry to grind out these albums. He doesn't seem like somebody who ever was like ready to grind out and make a bunch of albums and whatnot.
Well, not back then. Now, obviously, back then at that time, it wasn't as easy to go out there and just make an album, make music. I can make a song right now and get it on Spotify and stuff today. Like, it put it on YouTube today. Like, anybody can make music now. You know, a lot of Joe Budden back then was a lot of politics in the business, and, you know, he feeling that, like, he wasn't being...
His music also wasn't necessarily mainstream. I mean, Drake and him are never going to be in the same lane. Joe Budden is a niche market.
But is it okay for him to be critical of a person like a Drake and works like that?
Of course.
Okay.
But again, Joe Budden is like, if Drake is 100th percentile in that field, Joe Budden is like 99th or 95th percentile. We're not talking about like me criticizing Drake.
But we're
talking about someone who's still way up.
But so that's why I was sent the stuff, because they were talking about podcasts in general. Like, if you're not in that, if you've never made it to that level or not even involved in that type of thing, can you be as opinionated as you are? The guy was like, man, you guys get on there and you say, you know, he was like, you know, I'm not sure, I don't know, but like, you guys say these suck. Like, this sucks. It's not what you would typically find on YouTube by somebody who is trying to be more important than just talking to the homies.
Yeah, but I've always said that. I said that when we started.
Yes, exactly. That's the point they're trying to make.
Yeah, but I this goes back a long time. We probably could have had like sponsors like Disney and Nike and whoever else. Like, I'm not trying to appease nobody. I'm gonna say what I want to say on my own show.
Now, and
I'm making Disney up, obviously, but I'm saying like the most G-rated thing where you have to be careful what you say. I don't care about y'all.
And as far as what you said, like, if you have to have some kind of success in the music industry to, like, if that's a qualification of having an opinion, then 99% of critics, like, would not exist.
Because
99% of critics, like, should not, like, if it was a qualification that you had to have succeeded in the music industry to discuss music, no one would discuss it. No one would discuss it in a public forum. No one would be successful in a public forum.
Because the one thing that I had
and that goes for everything.
And that goes for everything.
Because the one thing that I tweeted out.
It's such a finite group of people that are able to create music.
I was shocked at how Drake reacted. I honestly was. Like, he was genuinely hurt.
He was very hurt.
And mad. And I was like, and then he continued the next day and was making fun of him. I'm like,
listen, if your argument is like, he's beneath me, he can't say this and that, then
that's basically his argument.
Right. I'm saying, like, you're only saying that because you got nothing else, which means you're bitter. Like, it's a bitter response. If he had a real response, he wouldn't have said, like, you can't say nothing because you're not me. That's complete. Like, Drake looks like a hoe. I mean, to me.
When you respond and act like that, you do. And I think it did put Drake in a new light. Because, look, here's the thing. When I heard the album, I went to it. I mean, don't say this is fire. You'll be lying to yourself.
But I'll also say this. Drake doesn't need to respond to Joe Budden.
I think that was the point.
What are you doing, man?
That was the whole point.
I think that's the point.
That's like Michael Jordan responding to, like, okay, now, this is going to be a bad
like Michael
example.
Jordan responding to us.
Well, no, because Joe Budden's higher than we are. But and this is a bad example, but it's like what Jordan responding to, like, Lance Stevenson. And again, bad example because I think Budden is higher than Lance Stevenson in the equivalent of, like, talent. But why does the person at the top ever need to go down? You remember the clip from
punch down? Like, why? What is the need to punch down?
The clip from Saving Private Ryan where they were walking through the thing and he was like, "You don't ever complain down the chain of command. You complain up the chain of command." Like, it's the same kind of thing, fam. What business does he have responding to that? Stupid. Who cares if Joe Budden makes fun of you, fam? You still making an album that's selling 5 million copies.
Right. And they've always had a thing. Like, it's always been a back and forth thing, and
Drake got a lot of things with too many people.
And that's what it is.
Stupid.
I think with Drake is, when it comes to just people, when it comes to sneakers, like, and I'm talking about regular people who don't like what we say sometimes.
I think that's a bad equivalent because that's an inanimate object. Like, are they mad that someone designed it and I'm saying the design?
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
Like, I don't care that some nerd designed that shoe.
See, it's not even that.
And I'm not even talking about that shoe. I'm talking about any shoe.
People that listen to this podcast take offense to when we say something sucks when they think it's so much fire.
Of course,
it's
that's
like
human nature.
Yeah, it's like when you like, oh man, I can't wait to cop it. Then you hear your favorite podcast go, those suck. You wear those are lame. And you're like, yo, what the heck, bro? Like, that bothers them in that way. So it's not the exact same thing and whatnot. But it was just more or less on the lines of podcasting and having those opinions and things like that. And like I said, like, I think when you think of like a Joe Budden, when you think about us, you got to understand, like, I view those platforms, this platform, as talking to the homies. Like, I'm not, like, Acousto and all them cats, I couldn't imagine seeing them act like us. Like, how we talk here is how we talk out there. That's the reason why we do the podcast.
He's Disney. That's what I'm saying when I say
Disney. And that's why I look at Joe Budden, like, how he acts out there is how he's going to act on the podcast. Like, and you have to factor in a little bit of entertainment. Like,
and also, like, as far as critiquing in general, a value of the critic is the consistency of their voice. So, I got that from Video Game Donkey on YouTube. And that was one of the, like, best things I ever heard. Because
that makes sense,
if you listen to this show, you see me go on about every runner, about how every runner is fired, how every this is that, how every this is that. And then, like, Jordan Retros come out, and I'm like, well, this Jordan Retro stinks, and this one stinks, and this one stinks. And then you hear me talk about a Jordan Retro, and I'm like, oh, this is fire. Then you know at that point that, like, oh, if he likes that shoe, and that's not something he goes in for, then that means that that's really something special.
I mean, George
that's
is called
a special shoe that's coming out.
Fire.
And that's exactly my point. Like, George giving a glowing recommendation of that shoe, a lot of people are going to turn their heads and be like, well, that's crazy. You know what I mean?
As a partial,
I might keep them now.
But hold on. As a partial tangent, I think small things matter with sneakers. Like the shape. It matters. A lot of people don't care about that. It matters. Like, when you look at a shoe, you can kind of tell if it's, like, really... I don't mean really well put together from, like, a structured perspective. I mean, like, all the little boxes are checked or all the little I's are dotted. Like, the shape looks good. The materials look right. The way they sewed it together looks good. You know what I mean? Like, all those little things add up to make that shoe look spectacular or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you might look at something else that you think is color block better or it's like, and then you're like, oh, this is whack. Like when Ricco was talking about the shape on that
Sean Weatherspoon A6
on the Gelite 3, it was, or what was it? It was Gelite 3?
Yeah, there was
the shape was way off. Like something was wrong with it. Whereas the materials are fire and you think it should be a great concept, it was like, fam, it's not even gonna look right.
Now, so that's a great example. So when Ricco always had that take about the Gelite A6 thing, I'm not versed enough in an ASIC to go, yo, what the shape is the Gelite 3? You know, especially for a Gelite 3, which we didn't buy. We were buying Gelite 5s the most. Mm-hmm. So when you said, like, what are you talking about? Then when I actually see a different Gelite 3 and a different, I'm like, oh, okay, something about this is way different than about this Gelite 3. So to me, like, in that sense of, like, you know, because, like, Joe Budden's critique of it was that Drake's music isn't growing with adults. Mm-hmm. Like, he's like, Drake is about to be 37, and he's in the studio with Lil Yachty in them, and some of the wackest bars and stuff I have ever heard on a Drake album. Now, when I talk about a Drake album being bad, I'm not talking about a Drake album being bad compared to things I've heard throughout the year. I'm talking about a Drake versus Drake. Drake is in the class where I'm comparing a Drake album to a Drake album. This album is nowhere near the quality of these other albums. That's who I'm comparing it to. Like my friend, he was like, yo, it's better than the mumble rappers. Well, thank you. I don't listen to the mumble rappers. Mm-hmm. See, I will listen to a Drake somewhat consistently. I don't jump out the window for music like that. I happen to be woke at 6 a.m. driving to work. Oh, shoot. Well, you know, it's out. Might as well go ahead and play. Yeah. And I'm like, and right off the bat, the first song is Virginia Beach. What do you think the song was going to be about? Push. I thought he was going to diss Push. What the heck is this singing? It was like this, already from there, like, well, okay, no. They say for me, hey man, I'm sure like one of these songs
will be of tracks that I like.
One of these songs will like you'll hear it somewhere and it'll blow up and we'll be like, oh okay, we'll maybe give the album a second listen.
8 a.m. in Charlotte's good.
It's fine. But look, when everybody is talking about one song on an album with about 20 songs on it, and everybody's like, ooh, this cold one. Wait, that's the only one. There's 20 on here. And this is the only one y'all tweeting about? The album's bad. Mm-hmm. Now, The one thing about our podcast, I take a lot of great pride is when people go, yo, when I listen to you guys, it makes me feel like I'm listening to my cousins or my family. Like, I feel like I'm there. Like, y'all the homies. When I talk to you guys, you talk to me like how that's what I like and that's how I feel. When it comes to, like, Joe Budden's opinion on things like that with music. I value his opinion on music because he listens to, just because maybe he didn't reach the peak of peak, he listens to music and knows music and listens to music and knows music and is in the music and in it. So he could give opinion on a sound. He could give an opinion where it's going. I remember when Jay-Z started talking about adult things and cats were like, I don't like this. He's talking about paintings and he's making fun of rims now. And he's talking about wearing suits and stuff. Like, I don't like this Jay-Z. And at the moment it was like, I kind of agree a little bit. But then you listen to Drake and you're like, buddy, like, I didn't know Drake was almost 37. I thought he was like 32 or something, 33. Fam, what are you in the studio with Lil Yachty for? One of the lines that I think he's just like, go. Fam, what? Some of the worst I've ever heard Drake. Period. Does it mean Drake sucks? Does it do nothing to his legacy? Doesn't do nothing.
I also feel like the double standard's a little ridiculous. Because, I mean, if Big Sean dropped that Czechoslovakia bar, everyone would think it was corny. But because Drake said it, it's fire somehow. Which, I'm like, okay.
I will say that. Yeah.
I have the same opinion about Drake, and I mean, people are gonna laugh or whatever. But I have the same opinion about Drake as I did about Taylor Swift. When Taylor Swift's Reputation came out, I'm like, she's 30. When is she gonna make music for adults? Like, when is she going to sit down and make music for adults? And then Evermore and Folklore came out, and I was like, this is incredible. This is what I've wanted. So I hope that Drake takes this time to get a more mature sound and make a cohesive, adult sounding project.
Define what you mean, though. Do you mean something that
I mean,
can
like,
win an award or? Like...
No. I don't. Because I don't really know fuck all about awards, but I just mean like content wise, right? Like the Taylor comparison is like she's still making like shitty pop records, like with like trap beats, and I'm just like, what is this? And then she makes Folklore, which is a mature singer-songwriter album, her and a guitar, and she's singing, and the songwriting's really good, and it's on point, and I'm like, okay, this
so
is
it's not
adult
the
music
type
now.
of song. Is it not what they're saying in the song, or the type of song?
I think it's what they're saying in the song. It's how it's produced. It's the bars that are on the song. Because, I mean, Drake's almost 40. Like, if you're almost 40, still getting turned away in the club, I mean, that's... Right. Like, why are you still...
I guess...
what are you doing there? You know what I mean?
Like, if that was, like, like, hearing Drake still talk about, like, mention, like, Adderall or Perk and stuff, and I'm like, fam, I don't believe you do any of that, one. Mm-mm. Now, you could go like, well, Future still talks about it, and Future always talked about perks and drugs and stuff. That's his lane. Like, nobody views Drake like that. So it's like, fam, get real. Like, and I'm not the music critic, because I don't listen to music like that anymore. Mm-hmm. But I know when something doesn't sound like better than your last thing.
Yeah, and I've had discussions with people a lot over these last couple of days since the record came out, and they basically asked me, well, because I think Daytona is a perfect album. Push T Daytona is a 10 out of 10. Phenomenal. And I'm like, and so he's like, wait. Push has been making music about selling crack for 15, 20, 30 years. Like, why is that allowed, but Drake is not allowed to make the same music for all these years? And I'm like, because Pusha T does it well. Like, it's still exciting. Like, he's still playing with different sounds and different bars and different rhyme schemes. I mean, and Drake just kind of seems stagnant, like, from a music itself perspective. So I don't know. This is how I feel about it. And if people rock with like you can rock with Drake, like, that's fine.
Yeah,
like,
that's fine.
I'm not denying. I think people will say that we're critiquing an album when we're saying it's bad, as by saying Drake is bad and has no talent.
Absolutely
like,
not.
That's not a little bit true.
The greatest
like,
of all
Drake
time.
is extremely talented, and even me is like not a Drake fan. Like, he has to be in your top 25, top 10, like, all time because of his impact, and it's still being felt today. So I don't know. That's just how I feel.
It is what it is. Look, to me, I feel like nobody should take. And like you said with that quote, what was it? Your voice is heard, consistency, whatever.
The value of a critic is the consistency of their voice.
Joe Budden is on episode 665. Like, they've been talking about music since episode 1 all the way through. Drake and Joe Budden's relationship started way early before podcast. They've known each other forever. And then when he went off crazy on how whack he thought Views was. Then that's how beef got started again and all that. But then they got better, and then they got bad again. But whatever. To me, I feel like it's okay to provide opinionated critiques, even if you feel like it's dissing somebody. I mean, the name of this show is Sneak Diss. It was Sneaker Discussion. But I added the extra S because we say how we feel. You can take it as a diss. You can take it not. Whatever. So, but anyways. Other thing people messaged me about was my take on New Balancing retroing C notes. I put on Twitter and I said, and then I moved it over to IG as well, and I said, I don't feel New Balance has made a big enough mark in sneaker culture to make retros. Kev's like, you're out of your mind, you're crazy. Now, having Ricco here, who is the New Balance specialist and runner specialist, I would like to know your thought about it.
I mean, I think there's a difference between, because 992s came back, everybody was excited for 992 retro, right? Like, that's the Steve Jobs shoe. Like, everyone was hyped for 992s to come back. But I feel like there's a difference between a 992 and a collab New Balance C note. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be, which to me is the greatest New Balance sneaker collab of all time. Point blank.
C notes?
Period. Is C notes.
The greatest New Balance collab of all time?
Greatest New Balance collab of all time.
I think you've been saying that.
To me, in my opinion.
Huh.
And so,
for Daytonas?
Yeah, or better than
Luxury
Kennedy's.
Goods, Kennedy's, New York,
which Kennedy's I
Tiffany's?
sort of understood, but when did Kennedy's retro? Like 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah. Now that was sort of the thing that everybody was throwing at me, like, "Oh, you lost your mind for Kennedy's."
Lost your mind for Kennedy's, yeah.
And I'm gonna talk about
and I feel like I don't know. There's such a I'm of the opinion that I don't think collabs should retro at all. Because I don't see a point. Like, if I would have appreciated a C Note Part 2 better, like on a new model or something like that.
No,
but
you wouldn't have, because you hate that too. You hate when they move.
No. A Part 2, like a new.
Oh, a Part 2.
Yeah,
not like the same thing on a different model.
Because I don't like that either. Because I feel like someone described it to me as they're playing the hits.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, okay, but like you can make new cool shoes now. And I know we've had concepts on the clock for a while, because what was the last good New Balance collab? Like 2017, 2018? Like, if you're counting maybe the heavy, the far out pack, maybe? Like,
Air Maxes?
That was what, 2021? So,
yeah,
I mean, it's been
a while.
I feel like it's been a while
since
concepts
and that
really
pack was
tried something.
And that pack 3 Air Max ones, the hippies, the Bam, like, it was did you get those?
Messy.
Yeah, you got them.
And so I just feel like I didn't see a point. It just felt, which sucks because they fixed the shape, and the shape on the new C Note is unreal.
He thinks the new ones are better than the OG. Yeah. You got C Notes OGs? Did you have them?
Mm-mm.
Did you buy for your stepdad?
No, Brooklyn Bridges, Nice Kicks when they did the red. I don't even remember what the model was called, but it was like the red
1500.
Maybe it was 1500. Yeah.
Okay.
I bought him a bunch of different collabs, but mostly I think kid stuff. I don't think I ever got him a concepts one.
Oh, I thought he had a concept. I thought you had it. Oh, okay.
I mean, I like the C notes. I don't like 998s. So the toe box is weird. I will never ever.
See, I think that's.
I will never ever like a 998.
One of the better toe boxes on a New Balance.
No, I'm talking about the shape of how the suede goes at that weird angle on the toe box. Yeah. I just hate that.
Oh, really?
No, it still looks the same. I mean, you might be able to eye it closer than I am, but I'm saying it still has like that weird angle or whatever. I
hope they're going to run to retail, because they sat for a minute.
They sold out on the website, or they pulled it. I went on there. But.
Yeah, they sold out in like
the New Balances?
Hours. Yeah, it took a while before.
Yeah,
I don't have a. I understand why Ricco is saying what he's saying about stuff. I don't have a problem with stuff retroing, because I don't mind people who didn't have it having it.
Which I don't either.
A collab?
But I just feel like that's a certain time and place.
I don't care enough to have an opinion on that. I'm trying to form what I want to say about just the topic in general.
So just for what you're talking about, like with retro, I think
it's lazy. I think it's definitely lazy. I just don't have a problem with it.
I think the only one I had a problem with was when they started retro and Doran Beckers. Like, that was supposed to be a thing. Like, Doran Becker is a moment in time thing. Like, so the retro the 6, they retro the 3, they retro the...
And that was my whole thing, because I don't think that they retro the 6.
The
Because
6,
I don't think
composite,
that...
I think.
I mean, the C-Note, to me, was a moment in time. To runner people was a moment in time, but, like, on the whole, like, I mean, not
so, like,
really.
the reason why I had said this originally was because, like, I was like... You know, because Cat was like, yo, you lost your mind when the Kennedy Hyenas, whatever it's called now, retroed. And that was 2017. Like, that's when we was copping everything on the planet. 2017 was when Off-White first dropped their Nike. Like, we was copping everything on the planet.
That was really
block of time.
Such a...
Like, it was
an insane era.
a
From like
crazy
2013
time.
to 2017 was just...
Like, Cos 4s came out.
incredible.
We're talking
Yeah.
about sneakers dropping for $150, selling for $900 to $1,000 to $1,200 to $1,500. A different time to be like, ooh, finally. Now, I've been talking about Kennedys on this podcast since episode 1. You know what I mean? So, like, yes, but that's because it's a personal thing to me. Like, I'm not in my mind like, boy, I hope Concepts retro luxury goods. I have never thought that ever about any Kennedy any New Balance or any Asics. It doesn't mean that they're not fire or something like that. It's just that, like, I remember when I didn't wear New Balances. And I remember when I didn't wear Asics. It was such a crazy trend for a block of time. I remember me and George sitting in the car at, like, Christown Mall on Kith trying to cop whatever New Balance collab was coming out. There was a block of time where I didn't buy those. Now, for those who've always participated in New Balance ASIC runners and things like that, okay, maybe for them, it was a bigger impact than it was for me. At my time, it was like, New Balance exists, but it was like, nah, but like, ooh, some little dope little colorways coming out. Like, let me go ahead and give this a shot. You know, it was like, you know, you start talking about all the Kith ones. You start talking, like, it was things that made you go, okay, and then with the collaborations, maybe you have more appreciation for New Balance and the actual general models. I'm like, okay, I'll give me a regular gray pair or a green pair or a blue pair or something that's not a collab. To me, New Balance and Asics are one of those brands to where, like, when everybody started jumping on the wagon, it's what like, oh, now you wear New Balance now. Like, it's too many people to this day who have just bought their first New Balance. Like, I talked about it before. I was like, it's crazy that, like, some people's first New Balances are 550s. Like, 550s, 9060s, Joe Freshgood collabs. Some of their first New Balance ever
ALDs
is in 2021, 2020, 2021. Like, and it's like, and I'm not talking about kids. I'm talking about people like, yo, you've been in the game this long, and this your very first New Balance?
Yeah.
There's also a lot of those people who bought those first New Balance and ain't even worn them. They're like, oh, I bought all these 550s, I didn't even wear them because it was a thing. I view New Balance and Asics as like these supernovas. Like, they come out of nowhere and they have these ridiculous trend periods, like this block of time. They've had such big blocks of times to where, like, you even go in the moment like, yo, I'm no longer buying Air Maxes. I'm only buying New Balance. The quality of New Balance is crazy. Like, they just do. So I never looked at New Balance and Asics like, yo, they really had the sneaker game in a chokehold. It's almost like Ultra Boost. If Adidas was an Adidas, and Ultra Boost was like, oh my God, it had us. Fam. Cat was talking about stripes over swooshing and boost over swoosh and stuff. And that was for what, a year? It wasn't even that long, and it had us like this. Oh, I only wear boost now. It had us losing our minds. New Balance, I feel like, has that effect too. It had that effect at times. But it was a consistency of it. When I see a Concepts, who we still, regardless of where Concepts is in our eyes right now, some of the greatest of all time.
Ever.
You could make them 1A with Kith, whatever you want to do. Those are my top 2.
Well, Soulbox.
Yeah, there's a lot of European ones that we don't talk about enough, but
Soulbox.
But whatever. I mean, we don't need to talk about them, but yeah.
Colette. Yeah.
Pata. Yeah.
Pata.
Colette doesn't exist anymore, but yeah.
Well, I know Colette doesn't, but that's what I mean.
Well, they're a
Neither does Hanon.
They're a big collabor
yeah.
for everything, though, not just sneakers. Like, they collabed on, like, actual luxury goods. You know what I mean? Like, French culture stuff. But.
So, like, for me, like, that's the point that I was trying to make. Like, New Balance is viewed as, like, I've always viewed it as, like... It's always
been viewed as the alternative.
Yeah, it's an alternative, super-duper hype trend thing that can last a little bit longer than certain things. But if you don't have a Concepts, a Kith, Hanon, or anybody who are making these, like, up-to-date versions of fire New Balance, it can fade away.
Okay,
like, it can legit fade away.
So
like,
what about Didn't Kith do Mykonos and Mykonos 2.0?
They did. They switched the models. They did that whole run. Remember the whole pack? They did.
Yeah, but was it the same exact color blocking or not?
Same colorways. Same.
It was okay. All right.
They just switched the model.
About that one.
And
because I mean,
but if someone does a 2.0 that's different, you're fine with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they did, I don't know. I mean, even if
I'm just saying in general, if there was a 2.0 that's just different
color,
fine.
yeah.
Okay.
Like a good example. I don't know if y'all are gonna.
I think you have to pick different colors too. To me,
but it's the.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's the Hanon Diodora. The transit pack, the Saturday special, the 2.0, and then they made the alternate route, the 3.0. Like that to me is a perfect pack. Like they all came out at different times. I'm worried that my Saturday specials are gonna crumble, but
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
that's one of the better hand-ons.
Exactly, and so I would prefer that. I would have preferred that, like a C-Note 2.0. I don't know how you do it.
Right.
Maybe you go back to Big Phase Benjamin colorway and do that rather than the new one.
That's why. Like, that's why
something a little.
different.
You can do any. There's a million different things you could do that. I get it. A C-Note's $100 bill, but you could do any type of concept that has to do with money,
sure,
and somehow tie it into a $100 bill. You could do like
they've done that before.
You could go to like the Denver Mint and like pick out something that's in the building or wherever the 100 is printed. I don't know if it's Philadelphia or Denver or whatever.
I think it's Philadelphia.
You could go wherever the $100 bill is printed and then find some inspiration from the building or something. You know what I mean? Like anything possible.
And I look at that as like old concepts, like. You coming out with purple lobster, orange, green. You're retroing C notes.
Yeah, but
I look at it like,
I feel like
I
feel like way back when they did blue and red lobsters, they said if new lobsters are found or whatever in the world, they're just gonna do it, right?
Yeah, but there was no green, no purple, no orange.
What do you mean?
There is no green or purple orange lobster. That wasn't.
Yes, there is. I don't know about green. There are purple lobsters. Yes.
I don't remember that being a part of the reasoning for that. I'd never seen any of that. I saw the white lobster.
Yeah, the albino lobster.
Mm-hmm.
But there are purple lobsters in existence.
Okay.
I don't know about green. Green sounds crazy.
Orange is like after you cook it. Like that's when you throw it in there. So maybe that's what that means. Like
no, man.
But
there's orange lobsters.
Well, I mean, the color of a lobster is
orange
subjective.
Red.
Like orange or reddish orange. Like they all look the same.
No, but I think there are actual orange lobsters. Is what I'm saying.
I mean, maybe, but look, Hanon and what's the other one? Atmos wrapped it up. That to me,
I don't think they closed the Japanese.
No, they closed
in the U.S. Not
Atmos
Japanese.
Closed all three locations in the U.S. and the websites to focus on the Japanese building.
Yeah,
Hanon closed the building and the website. Yeah, it's gone.
I was going to ask if they did brick and mortar. Yeah, I mean it's a bad time for retail.
I think it's.
But Japan. I think. Brands in Japan can sustain even in bad economies because of the following they have in Japan.
Yeah, right? But I read that the following for sneakers and things like that ain't as high as it used to be in Japan. And they were talking about due to like brands like Zara and other things coming in that are
like the fast
I was reading
fashion.
something. Fast fashion is what's in. Like the style of something versus the traditional what we would do streetwear has become too expensive. Like you can almost create streetwear now. It's like you could go make a combination of fit that street,
just get a blank.
And I thought that was interesting because somebody was like, "Yo," they were talking about. It was a panel talking about sneakers.
It's a combination of things because Nike's retail prices or apparel prices have been going up. So yeah, like who's paying $200 for a sweats?
Oh yeah,
pair of sweats.
But see, that was the thing too. I was talking with somebody because I was watching this panel, like a business panel, and there's a guy from sneakers or that does sneakers, not from sneakers. And he was talking about like, yo, the future is bright for sneakers, like, you know, new things, new concepts. And I was like, it's so funny you say that because it's like, it doesn't seem like that.
It doesn't seem like it.
It doesn't seem like that. And then our clothes are going backwards.
People like that are talking like 2-3 cycles out though. You know what I mean? Like they're not talking about the economic climate right now. That's a super far projection.
Yeah, but like even that far projection right now, we're talking. It's good.
Yeah, I just want to be sure they're recording.
Stupid.
I mean, he's blinking, right?
He has to keep the streak alive. He's gone to the bathroom in the middle of every show he's been on thus far. So
I'm like,
he ran.
I know he always hates when he has to do that, but like the most popular streetwear and clothing right now are stuff that's pretty much blank, like essentials. it's all one color and it says essentials. The word essentials or fear of God on it isn't even in a different color. It's all solid one color. And I was like, and I told somebody, and I was like, fam, you guys think I'm joking and just talking junk, but you lose something historic like an Atmos, and we're talking about 3 locations
but it was
and
never
the website.
it was never historic in the U.S. It's always been a Japanese company.
I mean, that's fine.
It hasn't even been in the U.S. that long. That New York store was fairly new. I mean, not new. Oh, fine, but I'm saying not new as in like the last couple of years, but like. There are 1 million stores in New York shuttered business before Atmos opened.
But I feel like their impact on sneakers is what solidified them in the U.S. We're talking about the 2 of the greatest Air Maxes of all time. Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would call that the U.S., just sneaker culture in general.
Okay, well, that's fine. But, like, when you as a company decide we're wrapping this up in the U.S., to me, I feel like that's a problem. I feel like, because it makes me go.
In terms of what?
It makes me think of how long is Undefeated going to be here?
Fam, it's an American company. They'll be fine. But
hold on. Why you feel that way?
Foot Locker, you should be worried about.
Wait.
Because Undefeated makes tons of money off their clothes. Do you know anything about Atmos clothing? Because I don't. Atmos clothing doesn't exist.
Atmos and Hanon makes clothing too.
Hanon makes clothing, but where do you see it? You see Undefeated clothing everywhere.
I don't.
What are you talking about?
And Undefeated clothing is expensive.
It is.
Now it is.
But they listen. So in business like that, everything's on the margin. That's why I told you about the reason why I thought Manor was going to be able to stick around, because they sell a ton of their own stuff. That's why Ronnie Feig was so smart, and I said this on the podcast 100 times.
Yes.
He sold all his own stuff where the margins are 10x or whatever the margin on one Nike sneaker is. Probably not 10x. I'm making that up. I'm just saying it's exponentially higher than the margin on someone else's good that they made not for you but as a reseller. Right. So Undefeated has the clothing aspect. No one you've never even heard of the Atmos clothing. You've never heard of that's why Concepts, I think, pivoted to doing some of that stuff where they're selling their own clothing. They know what they can make margin on and survive on.
Okay. I'm like, Union, Undefeated, a lot of these. I'm like, I don't know how much time they got left, especially if we're not buying sneakers like we used to.
Union is a unique business, though. Like, when we went in Union that one time, we were in L.A., they had stuff, like, they were selling, like, $300 T-shirts and stuff.
Yeah, Union just did a what's it called?
They were selling, like, art in there. Now, I know Union's store has changed since we went there. They didn't have very many sneakers in there when we went in there, and they've gone back to that now with these collabs and stuff. But I think that business model is different than Atmos. Hanon probably sold some of their clothing in Scotland, but you're not logging on the website to check out Hanon's clothing. You Undefeated, we all had closets full of Undefeated stuff forever, and it's a known clothing brand. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, the margins on some, like, Undefeated hats, I'm sure they sell.
Oh, yeah.
Undefeated has trinkets, like Supreme. They sell all those little trinkets.
Yeah, but none of that stuff sells out.
But it doesn't need to sell out if you make margin on it. You only got to sell enough.
Okay, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell.
Now, that doesn't mean Undefeated might not close a store here and there. They got a lot of stores. Why they expanded the way they did?
Definitely in trouble.
I have no idea.
Now, I say this only just because once they sent that message out, like, the Phoenix location will no longer have an Instagram social media account. I was like,
oh, really? I didn't know that.
Now they could have did that with all stores,
or a couple months ago, or whatever.
They could have did that with all stores, but I feel like it was only specific to Phoenix, and I was like, why? Like, why? What? Why? Why not? Especially that they make Phoenix, clothing, that they do things like that.
The only thing that I can think of is they paid someone to be the social media person, and they didn't want to pay that person anymore. That's the only thing I can think of.
Oh, every location's like that, so it all went to one. Okay, maybe. Hopefully that doesn't have any effect on any locations, brick and mortars and nothing like that. They're not going to shift to online only. Like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But Hanon had closed all their store and whatnot, and then they went to online only, and they said, no, this is a wrap.
I think Hanon was also different in that it was kind of like End in that they sold a lot of high-end European brands like Tom Brown and stuff like that people in the U.S. ain't buying that stuff. Huh. You know what I mean? Like, as much as people want to make Hanon European company. They were a lot of their business. They relied on the U.S. Them and Essence, the one in Canada. Them cats rely on the U.S. for a lot of business, and I'm sure Japan too, and wherever else. Not streetwear, but you know what I mean, like
goods.
Yeah, whatever.
Fine goods.
Whatever those people, whatever you want to call those niche markets. But yeah, I mean, think of all the brands on End, all the expensive stuff they sell that we don't care about.
Ton of stuff.
No, Tom Brown and those English.
I love Tom
clothing brands. Fam, I don't know nothing about those brands. I'm sure they could make suits on Savile Row or whatever.
I'm gonna get me a pair of Tom Brown pants one day. I want them to work every single day. That's how much money they are. Greg Lauren stuff, yeah. But Kith is expensive too, just their general clothing in general. Like, God, a regular t-shirt, you're like, Kith Monday, $70. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I really wanted to buy the Dallas Cowboys, so I'm like, oh, I'm not paying that much for a Cowboy shirt. I'll go to Fanatics. Get one
also, Abercrombie, I feel like their stuff was way better.
Way better. They're way, way better. The issue with, like, other brands, though, was...
Jet shirt was
well, that's the thing.
Amber almost got it for me, and I was like, listen.
Well, with these other brands is that, like, they don't do all the teams. It's like, I go on there and they got Vikings.
Abercrombie did, I think, all the teams.
They had, like, a one Cowboys thing.
Yeah. They had one of everything.
But you know, like I said, man, with Atmos and Hanon kind of closing, I was like, things are changing. Hanon been open since like '95. You know what I mean? Like, now that could just be a business move. That could be a thing. Who knows? Like, there could be various reasons, but things are definitely changing. Simple sent us a picture in the thread of black toe lows, DS for George, $80. Like,
disrespectful, no?
No, that's just the time. So that may be too high.
Disrespect.
$80 may be too high. Like, that's where we are right now. Like, I haven't had a hard time copying anything lately. Like, if I try, I get it. Like, I have a hard time copying nothing. And then even if I don't get it, I look at the resale and I'm like, oh, shoot.
It's not that much.
It's like retail, but, like, I just don't want to pay the additional StockX fee or whatever.
Yeah.
I see StockX implement now express shipping. It's like for those cats who just can't wait, you know, whatever. But anyways, Born and Raised sent out an email canceling people's orders. The message basically said, we can't fulfill your order because we have to fill our friends and family orders. You got a problem with that? Somebody was like, do they get a pass because of what took place?
I respect honesty, but if they wouldn't have said it, I don't think they would get like a negative mark for that. They just get a negative mark for being
if they would have just canceled orders and
like what do you huh? This is an assumption. But I would imagine they use Shopify. Shopify's inventory system is pretty fucking accurate. I mean, like...
I didn't even try for the drop. I don't even know what was used.
What happened?
Look.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They do use Shopify because we were in line and it was the thing that tells you how many minutes till you get to the cart or whatever. Yeah, Shopify.
Look, I've always talked about transparency when it comes to a lot of things here and there. I think that was a little bit much for me if I had a pair. For me on the outside looking in, it's hilarious. But if I would have got my pair canceled, not because like, oh God, whoops.
Yeah.
That's happened before. We've all been there before. Mm-hmm. But to tell me because you got to get the friends and family, which consists of a lot of celebrities and friends and families and things like that, I would be legit bothered by it.
Now, we talked about this a million times. There's a million people that probably have no idea, celebrities, who have no idea who Sponto is or ever met him.
Oh, yeah.
That's what the handout
got.
And then, I'm like, them geeks. You know what I mean? Like, geeks. Now, the brands got to do what they got to do. But the process behind this, I'm just saying I respect the, like, honesty. But the process behind everything, clearly it was one of the worst releases all around. In years.
That's a different type of honesty. Honesty is like, oh man, we miscounted, we sold too many. Yo, we can't give you yours because I gotta go give LeBron, make sure LeBron get
it's still honesty though.
It's honesty, but I don't appreciate that. Yeah. Like I did what I was supposed to do to get a pair, and the friends and family don't have to do nothing for it. Like I did my part.
Right.
That's a problem. Like to me. Like and look, I'm not saying that the thing is not stupid. I'm just saying, like, at least they didn't, like, lie to people. I'm just saying it's like, they were honest. I think you
Well, there's a difference between withholding information and lying.
Yeah, there's a difference. Hey, we oversold.
But I said that at the very beginning. If they could have just not said anything, it would have been fine.
That would have been fine.
But I'm not going to be mad at them because they actually told the truth.
Nah.
You can be mad at them for how they handled the whole thing. but just mad because they actually put in the email that they're being honest. I'm not being mad about that.
In my mind, I'm
I
friends
feel
and family. Should they already have
yeah,
theirs?
but I feel like also like
yes, again, they blew the whole release.
If I were a person who was like in the born and raised, like got 20 T-shirts, got 20 this, 20 that, I'd be annoyed.
No,
if they were like,
no, that's irrelevant.
Friends and family.
I don't care about that.
Listen,
I don't believe in that stuff.
Listen,
what is that?
Everyone that didn't get their pair should be annoyed. I'm not saying they should.
That's fine.
I'm just saying, as an outsider, I respect the fact that somebody was being honest.
Look,
Like,
I
there's nothing wrong with that.
don't believe in being a fan of something and participating in their stuff and wearing their stuff makes you any different than anybody else.
No. I don't think he's saying that they should feel special to get stuff in the brand.
No.
I think he's just saying...
He's saying that if I'm a person who I love it, I wear it, I live it, I breathe it, and then mine gets canceled, you should feel a certain way. No,
he's just saying that person is probably more upset than no one that someone that has zero.
Okay.
That makes sense to me.
I guess, but look.
Fam, if you've been going in that store for 10 years and chopping it up with people, and that happened to you, you would definitely feel differently than someone who walked in that store for the first time.
If I've been going in there for 10 years chopping it up, I hope I'm part of that FNF, that friends
That's
and
fine.
family.
That's a different story.
Look, man, I'm sorry. I ain't with it. I'm actually like, F that. All right. Like, you gonna have to make this right to me because of your reasoning. If you didn't give me that reason, I would have moved on. But to tell me that you value somebody else over me, that's not how it
not
works.
Making money on.
Like, it doesn't work consumer-wise.
I'm just saying, we knew that, but
I know it. We know it. Knowing it, and then actually, it's like we've talked about this plenty of times. It's like what you know, and then when it actually happens, it's like cats that be like, "Yo, I bet they backdoor," and then they find out they backdoor, and they be like,
I can't believe they backdoor.
And we're like,
It's like, how'd you not know?
Homeboy, we know that.
Yeah.
Now, if Foot Locker came to the mic and said, "Yo, man, we sorry we can't get y'all. Yo, all the parents went out the back door," then we'd be like, "Wait, hold on, fam. Now, even though we know it, for them to come to and say like, we did too much back doors and we didn't realize it," that would be a problem to me. Like, even though we know it, you still you don't want to hear that. I'm sorry, I do not want to hear about your friends and family getting theirs. Hold on, getting mine. Like, I did it. I waited in the line to Shopify. Now, hey, granted, rest in peace. Hey, man, I get it. You ain't getting no pass from me. You gonna have to make this up later. Hey, you know what? We're hoping to come out with another collab later on down the road. We'll put you on the list or whatever. You better put me on the next friends and family list. I'm sorry. You told too much business. You gonna give me a pair. You're gonna fix it. Send me a bunch of shirts. You're going to fix this. Don't say your refund is refund. Look, be on the lookout for your refund. That's what Joy said. That Joy said, be on the lookout for your refund, or something equivalent to that. No, buddy. No. I'll be on the lookout for the next Born and Raised collection, all pieces. Like, sorry, that's how I feel. I'm not gonna be like, well, you know what? They've had a rough year. Sorry, I'm consumer. I still have my own selfish reasonings for it. God bless you guys, but no, thank you. I'm a 9.5. Or a size medium and everything you have in the warehouse. Thank you. I had to think about Katie on here. I don't know if that matters. I don't know.
Katie doesn't like his own shoe?
You know,
I think people, not saying that they took it the wrong way, but I think
they did.
They went overboard.
They
like,
did.
What
he just went like this.
Hold on, let me play the audio.
He basically just said ho-hum another shoe, like, and people were like, he hates it. Yeah. He just said ho-hum another shoe, fam. It's fine.
16th installment, so it's nothing to be call home about, brother. It is what it is. It's Katie's. You just know they're gonna be on my feet every year. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Now,
that's the answer we would say. It's a 40-year-old man answer.
Yeah, now when I saw that article, I was like, Katie dissed his own shoe.
Yeah.
I looked at the thing, I'm like, he didn't diss his own shoe. Katie is probably just like us, fam. You at NBA Media Day to ask, fam, did you not know after, like, I honestly think that's how he took it. He took it, buddy, I'm trying to win the NBA championship this year. Did you not think I was coming out with a 16? Guess what? 17 will be out here next year. He didn't diss his shoe. He didn't talk bad about it. He's just like, buddy, it's a KD 16. My name is KD. It's going to be on my foot. I'm going to wear it and put the basketball in the hoop. Like, what more do you want from me? Like, after probably your 5th pair, you're like, look, buddy, yeah, he's a fire, whatever. But guess what? Next year,
he's also not 22. Like, I'm sure Ja was excited when he saw his, and he'll be excited when he sees number 2 and 3 at some point. Bro, you're not a kid
You go talk to Ja. You talk to Devin Booker, who just got his first. Mm-hmm. You go talk to them. Talking to the person who had at 16? I didn't even know he was at that high. God dang.
Well, we also don't know, like, the previous question to KD could have put him in a bad mood, too. Like, we have no context for the situation.
Yeah, there's no context. Like, KD could have been
the previous question could have been stupid and he was already bitter or something.
Like, who knows? Like, it's KD. You never know if you got a KD anyways. What else do we have on the list?
Now, Fours are retroing, right? Maybe he should have said, yo, how you feel about Fours retroing, fam?
Now, that's what I would want to hear. Ooh, we got Weatherman. Ooh, I forgot about that. No work. The storm is
he said no work.
No work. Friends and family, fam. Yo,
no work.
If you listening to this podcast and you didn't get your pair, friends and family had to be taken care of first, alright? So if you don't get your Weathermans, the Sneak This Sneaker podcast had to get there first. We apologize. Your refund is on the way, fam. I forgot about that. Oh, fam. Now I'm hyped about it. At first I was like, yeah, the longer it takes, I ain't copping. But when it's a friends and family discussion, let me go. Let me see if I get a 9.5 out of 10 if you don't mind, But shout out to the homie, That's all I'm gonna say. Anything else before we do NFL picks in top 10? Skechers and basketball. Anybody care about that? Skechers basketball sneakers.
As long as he performs.
Now I don't got nothing against
Easter Conference semis.
There was people up in the arms like, oh my God. No, I don't care.
So as long as Randall performs in the Easter Conference semis, I don't care.
If Skechers is the reason to get the Knicks that high, then God bless them.
I will buy every Skechers shoe.
Look, at Skechers basketball shoe, they've had basketball before in the past, I believe. But a Skechers basketball shoe, it doesn't matter. The only reason why, if you're a brand like Skechers, to come out of basketball shoes is because you're going to come out with something more affordable than the other brands. Well, guess what? Ain't nobody buying the other brands, so those are so affordable now it doesn't matter. If I just turn my Soleil's notifications on, I can get me a pair of Jaws that nobody caught for $75. Mm-hmm. Now, unless your Skechers basketball sneaker is $27, you ain't making me move for it. Sorry. There's too many There's too many Nike sneakers out there that people covet that are too cheap right now. You know what I mean? Like, you can actually get Michael Jordan sneakers for cheap. Like, I don't know why I call him Michael Jordan, but you can get Jordans for cheap. You can get, I guarantee Devin Booker's going to come out with 2 colorways, probably 3 more, maybe 4 more colorways. Hold on, LeBron's are at outlets. Mm-hmm. Well, why would I buy a LeBron you can get right now? I see the LeBron tweet today, came in for the Christmas 20. That joint was like $79.
Yeah, but aren't Booker's super cheap or no?
Well, Booker's are 120. Yeah, 110, 120. Yeah. All signature basketball sneakers are 110, 120. Now, those that
but the LeBrons are 180 though, so I mean.
Well, the LeBron that I saw today was $79.
I understand that, but the new model, like someone.
The new model is 180.
There's nothing wrong paying 110, like.
No, it's not. But if your reasoning for having a Skechers basketball sneaker, you can't possibly be thinking like, to me, if Skechers is like, yo, we need a basketball sneaker, it's because it's going to be affordable. In the works
for like 2 years though, before the economy stuff happened.
Maybe you're probably right, but they've had basketball before, so it's not the first time they've had a basketball.
Whose shoe is it? I forgot.
Who's the one who got clowned? Julius Randle and the guy that looks like a woman on the Clippers, Terrence Mann.
Man must have been the one I seen got clowned. Yeah. He don't matter, obviously. Now, he'll play 25, 30 minutes a game, be a contributor. Yeah, okay. But he doesn't matter. Randall probably only matters because he's in New York. If he was somewhere else, like in Charlotte, doesn't matter. I'm not saying he's not a good player. It doesn't matter for this type of discussion. No one's running out to cop a Julius Randle shoe. No one's running out to cop Scoot Henderson. No one's running out to cop Cheddar Bang. What's his name?
Chet Holmgren?
Yeah. Like
Cheddar Bang biscuits. Cheddar, whatever the thing's called.
Like Mike Holmgren's son. Lobster. No one's running to cop Mike Holmgren's son's sneaker. Like, bam.
Is Mike Holmgren's son?
I have no idea, but even if it was a good economy, no one's doing that. Like, come on, man.
Scooter Henderson having a shoe before playing one game to me is kind of crazy. I don't know if that's ever happened before.
He's going to be the most exciting player in the league.
Hold on.
New player.
Has that ever happened before? A player before playing one professional game?
Yeah, Jaw. middle ball even had a shoe, and he never even played.
Who?
Ball brothers.
LaMelo did? No,
Oh,
that don't
they all
count.
did.
That don't count. I'm not talking
You
about
just said
BBB.
who? I'm just telling you.
I'm not talking about BBB, whatever it was
The whole
called.
Air
just-
movie was
you
about
asked me.
Jordan getting a shoe.
What?
The whole Air movie was about Jordan getting a shoe.
No, but did Jordan have Jordan 1s before he played a game in Chicago?
No, he played ships.
He played in ships. Yeah. But he was in the
Yeah,
talks about him doing
they
the
were looking at
draft.
the draft board.
So
And
how did
that's
that
why-
work?
They got him before
They
the
probably
season.
they probably made the prototype and then he had to.
The
bring
whole
something else
story is
before.
about the shoe being not having enough white on it or whatever. Like too much
Yeah,
black
but
on
I
the
mean,
shoe.
like, Jordan's first game in the league.
Jordan 1 didn't exist yet.
Exactly.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean that it wasn't in the works. It just
Yeah.
didn't exist yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So has anybody ever had a done sneaker, signature sneaker done for the beginning of the NBA? I've never seen that before.
Balls.
I'm not talking about Big Baller Brand. That don't count. All right. Did LaMelo?
That's ball.
No, did LaMelo Puma, not Big Baller Brand.
Oh man, yeah, he was already in the league when that happened.
Okay.
I
I don't think so. Barkley didn't. Nobody. That's a long time ago.
But all these were probably in the works. Like
In the
Zion's
works.
shoe was probably in the works.
Yeah, but
before he got
Scoot Henderson's signature sneaker is done.
Hold on, let me look at the draft because I'm going to figure this out. You
Like
got-
it's done. Like I reached out to my homie, shout out to Rick from Puma, and he was like, "Yeah, when as soon as it hits, I'll be on the lookout for you." I was like, "Yo, I want a pair."
Let me know, family.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, friends and family. Friends and family. Look, if you ordered your Scoot Henderson PE and you didn't get it and it got canceled, friends and family had to be taken care of for your refund is on the way. We're sorry about that, fam.
All right, let me look back. I mean, honestly, I'm forgetting who like a lot of the top picks are. I mean, that's
I've never heard of a signature athlete starting with the. Is Puma? Where's Puma located? Boston, Massachusetts, right? It's in Massachusetts. Well, that's where
I
Rick
mean,
works.
it's a German company.
That's where Rick works. Okay, well,
We had this discussion before. One was Adolf Hitler,
That's
and the
right.
other one was
it was
Adidas. And-
Heinrich, whatever.
Really, there was no one in the prior draft who would have had a. I mean, I guess about Banchero, maybe Jay Knight,
ain't got
maybe.
one.
I know, but I'm saying like guys who could get a.
Luka didn't. Nobody did. Jason Tatum just got his. The fact that Tatum and Booker
Yeah, but-
just got theirs.
But the guys you're naming were like lower down. They weren't like number 1, 2 picks. Like Luka was like the Suns passed on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Luka was like 5 or 6.
What was Scoot drafted too?
I think so.
I think.
Cade is one who it would have made sense if he did. I don't know if he did or not. Does he have a P? Or I'm saying PE, but whatever it's called.
Nope. I don't even know if he's a brand. I don't even know if he's healthy. Like, did he play against the Suns the other day? Like, I saw the highlights, but I didn't pay attention to him.
I don't know, but I mean, he's someone who would have had the
Season has
the
a start
height.
yet, right?
Who?
Season has a
No,
start.
just
No,
preseason.
Preseason's out right now. Ant-Man, I guess, could have made sense.
He could have. But I don't think anybody knew as much about him as.
I'm just saying, he went number 1, and he's turned out
Right.
he's a real star. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't think. I think Scoot Henderson might be the very first basketball
Zion and
signature
Ja
sneaker.
were the draft before that.
And Ja just got his. Zion's
Yeah.
Zion's on his fourth right now, third. So, and he doesn't play basketball, so it doesn't matter. The joint called Mud, Sweat, and Tears. What's it called? Out the mud, sweat, man. That joint is called.
Wait, Jalen Brunson was in the Ayton Luka draft? Oh, Luka went 3rd. I
Yeah.
thought he went lower than that. I didn't realize Brunson already switched teams? Good grief. Was he in the 2nd round? Is that why? Oh, okay. He didn't have a 1st-round contract. That's why.
Balling.
Yeah, I mean, Luka, Trae Young would be the only ones in that draft.
Trae Young had an early signature,
have
but it
one.
wasn't. I don't think it was during the season. Who knows? Shout out to Scoot Henderson. I don't know much about Scoot Henderson besides everything that they
What's-
talked about and read about.
What's SGA's shoe? Does he have a shoe?
No, he's with Converse, but he had his own
Converse,
he has a sneaker, but that was a little bit later.
No, I know. He was
Yeah.
like 11th overall. So
And he didn't get that
shoe.
Converse until he went to Oklahoma City. I always forget he started with the Clippers.
Well, that was a dumbass trade.
I don't think yeah.
That was a dumbass trade.
Well, Clippers were so.
He's already
focused.
better than Paul Pierce or whatever.
Yeah, but
I don't know if it was Kawhi or I keep on saying
Clippers.
Paul Pierce, but
I think back to that and I go, Clippers' focus was different. They keep missing these windows at opportunities for a championship. So waiting on SGA, they just didn't know about it. If you could get yourself a Paul George, a Kawhi, and all these cats, that's your focus. To me, it's still a little bit shocking that the Clippers never got to the finals one time with Blake Griffin, Paul Pierce, or not Paul Pierce, Chris Paul, Lob City era. Not once. Like, I thought they would get there one time. But then I think back to those Mavericks, Steve Nash days. I think back to those Mike Bibby Kings days. Like, they never got there one time with those teams. Blazer days, Rasheed Wallace, like, not even once. You're like, God
The Knicks got to one.
Knicks got to that one against a rookie Tim Duncan against the Spurs, and they got swept.
Oh, yeah. Spurs.
That was fire, boy. That Larry Johnson, woo! Larry Johnson's my favorite basketball player of all time, boy. He made them threes. He had to put the L up. I used to love it, boy. Shout out to them. All right, you ready to do NFL picks?
Outside of the NBA conversation you just had, do we want to do NBA or wait?
I would wait.
All right.
It's been a while. NFL too, like, I'm not talking about the Cowboys. I'm not. Like, I just
disappoint the listeners.
It's over. Like, the Dallas Cowboys are cooked. By the end of...
They're right there, the best team of football.
Hold on. The Dallas Cowboys are 3-2 right now. We play the Chargers coming up.
Oh,
Now, regardless of how we feel about the Chargers can still go out there and slap somebody in half if they want to. They just don't do it consistently.
Update?
About what?
The Blackhawks were down 2-0, came back and won 4-2. Bedard had an assist.
Oh, I thought you said Bedard had 4 goals.
They're on the...
Just go on.
Right.
Baby steps.
Hey, he out there skating. Though. That's all that matters. What is he, 19? 20?
I think 18.
I'm trying to get Cortez to go out there and work on
He
his...
played 21. He didn't lead him in ice time. Normally defensemen would do that, but he was he led him in ice time for an offensive player. He was second in ice time. That's crazy. That's a true rookie in his first game.
Meanwhile...
I mean, I guess the roster is bad, but...
Lafreniere can't stay on the fucking third line as the number 1 pick.
Yeah. Lafreniere and Bedard weren't in the same... Yeah, I understand that, but they still weren't in the same universe as projected talents.
I know. I mean, was number 1 pick.
I understand that. I'm just saying, it's Bedard, Crosby, and McDavid as like the 3 best prospects of the last...
Austin Matthews.
He's not in that group.
He
may not be far outside of it, but he's not. Fam, we're talking about McDavid might be the greatest player of all time. Now, that may be blasphemous to someone my generation because we watched Gretzky play.
I need you to chill out.
Gretzky's numbers were insane. But the NHL also changed a lot of rules since his days.
Since Gretzky.
Yeah. McDavid is the fastest skater. And when has the fastest skater also been like the best... the most talented offensive player?
What's homeboy's name on the Kings?
Who, Doughty, or who are you talking about?
Young dude. I think he's a high prospect. I can't think of his name. I don't know his name.
They don't have any. I mean, they have some decent prospects, but there's no one. You talking about Kopitar? Or Kopitar's not young.
No.
Anji Kopitar, yeah.
Bryant? Brent? I don't know.
Damn, who are you talking about?
Never mind. Clark?
Fam,
I don't know.
They've had some decent high picks lately, but there ain't nobody to like you're saying.
He's a rookie
though. Out
though.
the window.
Oh, I'm thinking of, I don't know. I think it's defense. I don't know.
You might be thinking of the wrong franchise.
Anyways. All right, let's do NFL picks so we can go and do these jerseys to get out of here. Like, I really want to get out of here at a respectable time. All right. George.
Hold on a second. I just want to look at...
At what?
Like, who the Kings have drafted recently.
Make sure we didn't pass up on any topics. I feel like we missed something.
Texas around her... Advance.
Brant Clark in the 2021 draft, they picked 8 overall.
Defenseman, isn't he?
Brant Clark.
That's who I'm thinking of.
Byfield, they picked number 2 overall in 2020, and he's actually finally turning into a player.
Yep.
That's who I'm thinking of.
Turcotte, I don't think has ever turned in anything. He was with the Orlando Reign last year, so yeah, not him.
What the heck is that?
AHL.
Oh, that still exists?
Yeah, it's like minor league baseball.
Yeah, I didn't know they still had age. I didn't know that still existed. Nice.
Yeah, so he was picked in 2019. He was 5th overall, but Byfield's actually a good player. Brant Clark, I don't know if he's. So he's made his debut. He made his debut, but he only played 9 games last year with the Kings.
Ooh, these AHL jerseys might be coming home with me.
20 years old, 6'2".
Ooh, look at this crunch. Roadrunners. Roadrunners still exist?
Is there another
think
Hughes
so.
brother? Jack Hughes? Is he related?
Jack Hughes and who Hughes?
Hugh Hughes?
That's a whack name.
Yes.
That's a real name. Hugh Hughes.
I don't know. I said who Hughes.
I said, oh, I thought it was Hugh Hughes.
Randolph
I'm like,
Hughes. What's the
going straight to the
Howard
courthouse.
Hughes?
There are
They are
certain
brothers.
names. I'm sorry.
Jack and Quinn.
Yeah, well, that's not what I'm talking
There
about.
are
Hughes
certain
used to
names-
play for the Devils. He doesn't. I don't think he plays for the Devils anymore.
I
No,
see
Jack
that
Hughes plays for the
poster.
Devils.
So he's a different Jack Hughes then, because the Kings drafted a Jack Hughes in the second round in
Different Jack
2022.
Hughes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I was curious if he was a third brother or something, but obviously it's a different guy with the same exact name.
Luke Hughes?
All right, let's do this. I want to go home.
Dang, listen to you.
I ain't got time for this no more. Talking about NHL prospects is insane.
Why?
Well, I mean, it's the one sport where they play right away, so it's kind of cool, honestly. Like the Bedard
No,
hype.
it's absolutely fire.
The Bedard hype is awesome. Like
I love it.
I don't watch a ton of NHL, but being in the card hobby, I've known who Bedard is for over a year now.
I watched the NHL draft. I've never done that in my entire life. I watched it from beginning to end, and I was like, "This is kind of cool. Everybody getting on stage like this, and
Yeah, like a draft? Like
Yeah.
the NFL draft? Like the NBA draft?
everybody don't get on a stage like that." They had the general manager. It was a grip of people on that stage.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It was a whole grip up there.
He's saying like as opposed to like just a draft guy going up.
Yeah, just go up there and shake the commissioner's hand. It was like, it was on the mic, like, obviously congratulations to the Knights.
Listen.
I was like, fam, who is all these people?
Connor Bedard is like he's like Caleb Williams. Like that's the level of draft pick you're talking about.
Yeah,
like
no. But they weren't the only team that did it.
Trevor Lawrence.
All the teams did.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, fam, this is tight. They brought up like old players to come up
not
there.
Trevor Lawrence. Don't do that. Is that what you said?
Well, they tried to act like that with Trevor Lawrence.
Oh no,
They tried.
They said he was the best draft prospect since Luck, but
Mhm.
Caleb Williams goes beyond. Like in prospecting, he's like above Luck, and you'd have to go back pretty far.
Well, just to sum up Cowboy talk for myself, I would give up Micah Parsons and Dak and some draft picks.
You put too much
for
pressure on
Caleb
Caleb
Williams.
Williams already.
Why?
Let's not do that.
You
Why?
just did it.
Why?
Who did it?
You!
Why you want pressure on him?
No,
Greatest prospect maybe ever?
no, I didn't say that.
He said he was up
and
there
I
with John Elway.
And I also was not the one who started it. It's been in the works for a long time. But you're talking about
Twitter sphere.
doing the Herschel Walker or the Ricky Williams type of pressure. You don't need that.
Yeah, Ricky Williams was a little touched.
I mean, Mike
Herschel
Ditka
Walker
was
touched. He might be
No,
the king
Herschel
of the
Walker
Mike
is
Ditka
touched
actually
now.
was the one
But
who
Herschel
did
Walker,
He
hold on,
might have
Herschel
been
Walker
touched.
is
It
only
started
touched.
somewhere.
Yeah, he got started when he was hitting that A gap, and he got hit by the linebackers. That's where it started. He got touched by them, and now he's a weirdo. There's a difference.
Yes,
There's a
the
difference.
linebackers went like that.
There's a difference. Yeah. You hit that A gap, and you run it into the shoe. Lawrence Taylor and cats like that. Oh yeah, you touch now. You a little special now. Every single NFL player from that era is a little weird now. All of them. They're all a little odd. That's facts. So there's a difference. So Ricky Williams, he was a little weird coming out of Texas. He was a little something.
Did Saturday Night Live do a Ditka thing? Do we know? Did you watch?
You mean like back in the day they did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Fam, once
Yeah,
he passed.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't watched Saturday Night Live in a long
Like,
time.
well,
They don't go
neither have I,
viral.
but
Well, they don't go viral.
This
That
would
was
be
Dick
this would be the
Butkus
time to do
that
it.
Just passed.
Huh?
It was Dick Butkus that just passed.
Oh,
I
man,
was
you
thinking
got me talking about Dick. You,
Mike Ditka
Dickhead.
passed last year. Didn't he pass, or is he still alive?
Mike Dick, I think still alive.
Is he?
I think he coaching at was he in
But wouldn't there have been a Dick? But okay,
Yeah,
all right.
He is
Yeah,
still
you're right.
alive.
yeah, was he in a movie coaching some Little League kids
Yeah,
or something?
who knows? He's
Very
touched
good.
too because he'd be out there with Herschel Walker. I'm pretty sure.
Let's do NFL picks and get out of here.
Jerseys.
I thought there
Yeah,
was something
jerseys.
with Dick Butkus too because he played for the Bears. I mean,
Yeah, he died. He was
No
I wish I'd
man,
have known that before.
on the show.
no.
Anyways, never mind.
Dick Butkus had his own show.
No, fam. I'm talking about like they did a lot. Their whole thing was like they had a scheme with.
No, it was Ditka. It was Ditka with the
I
sweater and all
understand
that.
that, but they're still Bears fans like that. What's it
Stop
called?
Bears.
Not
Stop Bulls.
Not scheme. What's that called?
Skit?
Sketch. There you go.
Sketch.
Same thing, but yeah, sketch. I mean, it was literally like a running sketch
Stop
on the show
Bears,
for
stop Bears,
a
stop
20-year
Bears, stop
period.
Bears.
So I figured they had some Dick Butkus at some point.
Maybe.
First game, Thursday Night Football, Denver fighting Broncos.
The Riding Broncos.
Let's ride. At Kansas City Chiefs. Don't. Don't.
Now hold on. Now let's not act like.
Don't.
Okay.
Listen, I understand what you're doing. The Chiefs don't look like the normal Chiefs. I get it. That's fine. They got Taylor Swift. She's probably going to be at the game. Chiefs by 1 million.
I don't think she's going to be at the game.
Let's not say
It's a home game.
She's preparing for the next leg of her tour. I don't think she's going to be there.
Okay. People, listen. Andy was
She's
asking.
in Minnesota.
Fam, it's Minnesota. Stop.
No.
A road game at Minneapolis. She ain't going to Minneapolis.
It's in New York. She lives in New York.
Yes, it's New York City. It doesn't matter. It could have been Los Angeles. She don't live in Los Angeles or whatever. She would have been there.
So she's not going to go to Minneapolis, but she's going to go to Kansas City, Missouri.
It's a home game. Do you not understand the difference?
I don't think she'll be there.
I don't think she'll be there either.
Do you not understand the difference?
Yeah, but I don't think she'll be there unless Amazon Prime because the Thursday night game.
Already Tuesday,
Unless
and
they deliver
there have been
Yeah.
zero news about it. So I do not think she's going to be there.
Zero news about it.
There's a Taylor Swift game watch.
I was about to say,
You think there's not a Taylor Swift game watch
Twitter
on
alert
Twitter, bro?
thing you
There
get?
is.
I mean, why would I know?
It's a
Swift
real
pages.
thing. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Why would I know the answer to that?
Subscribe.
Now, we literally had text the other. There was a text thread. You know, it was you or Andy were like, she's not in Minneapolis. Like, you thought she was going to be in Minneapolis, Minnesota for a game? It was a road game in Minneapolis, Minnesota. What are we doing here?
She's preparing for the second leg of her tour. I do not think she will be there.
Second leg.
Okay, you ain't got to think that long about it, man. Kansas City.
I mean, I guess, but
10.5
don't
is
say
a
by
lot
a
of
million
points,
because
It's the
they could
Broncos.
barely put up points against the Vikings.
They're playing the worst team in the NFL.
What that
By
have to do with
far.
anything?
What do
I
you
do
mean?
not
What
think
does
The Vikings is like what, the third worst team in the NFL?
No, they're not. They were 2-2 going into that game, and they averaged 35 points a game.
I think the Vikings are like ranked team wise like 30 or 29.
Mm-hmm.
They suck
In what?
in everything. They
They're 1-4.
suck.
No, if they lose every game by 2 points, they can go 1-4 and still be a pretty good team.
Fam, I'm gonna.
I know you are
hold
not
on.
trying to compare how the Broncos have looked with how the Vikings
hold
have
on.
looked.
I'm thinking of this is technically a divisional rivalry game. I'm not gonna call it rivalry, but it's a divisional game. So I'm not gonna act like teams don't play a little bit better against other teams.
Mhm.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go pick the Chiefs. No, don't worry about it. I'm gonna pick the Chiefs.
Don't worry.
But don't act like the Raiders don't play their best football until they play the Chiefs.
They don't. Josh McDaniels is the head coach.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
That's a pretty good.
I got
pretty good
Chiefs.
reason.
I mean, I also have the
The
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
10.5 is a lot of points.
That's
So
fine.
A
Bet it.
lot.
Bet it.
Let's bet this.
I can't have the
Mahomes,
apps no more.
Mahomes 2 interceptions.
No.
Let's
Not
bet it.
the
Let's bet it.
worst
Mhm.
defense
Let's
in
bet
the
it.
NFL by far.
Let's bet
Sir
it.
Tan
If
will
I
get one.
win, you gotta do this podcast.
Oh,
episode.
you won't.
If I win, you gotta do a podcast episode by yourself. That'll be fun. I'd tune in.
When and why?
I'd tune in. But 2 interceptions is Mahomes. I guarantee.
No.
Yep. And Kelsey's out. I guarantee it.
You probably can get.
Is he out?
Twisted ankle.
If he's out, she's not going to fucking be there.
Think he has a twisted ankle.
Why would I know if he's out or not? You probably can bet.
Oh, he
over-
did come back in that game.
You probably can. Yeah, thank you. You probably can bet over 1.5 interceptions right now for like plus 330 or something.
Do it.
No, you can.
No, do it for me.
No.
Why not? You scared? I got money. I'll give you money. Do it for me. Go ahead and put 10 on it.
Put 10.
What's the next game?
Let's see here. 6:30 a.m. game in International Series - London.
Bruv.
Is it at Tottenham or is it at
I think it's in Germany. Nope.
Germany.
It is.
Nope, it's in Tottenham in London.
Tottenham. Oi, bruv.
Ravens against International Titans.
Dave is performing the halftime show.
Dave Matthews?
The rapper.
Dave
Oh
Matthews.
my God, British Dave rapper. No, thank you.
Oi, bruv.
I got Titans.
He's good, Mike. I also have the Titans.
Jaguars. Hey, hold on. Did I tell you Jaguars only win in London? They went 2-0 in this London leg. And you know what? Honestly, they talk about putting
Well, they don't only win in London, but yes, I understand.
You know what I
you're
mean. They should. If they're talking about giving a UK team, they should give the Jaguars.
That's
because
the only one they've talked about sending there.
the Jaguars. They got the Jaguar car. They
I
got
gotta
the
send a
Jaguar
team from the
football
real
team.
city there.
Why not? Well, I'm saying
Jacksonville doesn't
might as
exist.
well. They should change them to the Jaguars, like the car, not the cat, like the actual vehicle.
You out.
Jaguar. Like they should. It's
Jaguar.
a UK car.
Yeah.
It's a UK vehicle, UK football team. Fire. I see the relationship.
Pretty sure it's owned by Ford Motor Company of Detroit.
I don't give a shit.
Of Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah, they bought them later. Like, is there Jaguars in Jacksonville?
What kind? Like the
Vehicles.
actual cat?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Probably.
Why?
Well,
Because it's a swamp?
Oh, my God. Jaguars don't hang out in swamps. They do they? I don't know.
I think they do.
Amazon jungle?
Uh-huh.
No, okay. It should have been the gators. The dials. The crocodiles, that is. All right, next one.
Crocodiles.
There are no jaguars roaming around the city limits of Jacksonville.
Crocodiles are
That's it.
from Australia.
The oldest
not
living jaguar in the United
Crocodiles are the
States
US.
was living in the Jacksonville
Crocodiles
Zoo. at the
are
time.
from Australia.
They may be, yes, that may be their ancestry line, but there are crocodiles in the U.S.
They're
Gators are in the U.S.
Yes, thank you.
There are crocodiles in the U.S. as well.
Crocodiles are not a natural Northern American species. Now, maybe people went to Australia and brought some here. They don't like grow in the wild here.
Hold on,
Alligators are from the
Gators
United
are
States of
from-
America.
I don't care where they roots have been planted, but there are crocodiles in the United States of America.
In captivity? Or
I don't give a shit how they in the U.S.
I mean, they probably in captivity.
Oh no,
yeah.
there are people in Florida who own crocodiles, but that's not a wild crocodile.
Yeah, that's a domesticated crocodile.
Yes, that they got from Australia. Crocodiles are from Australia. Gators are from the United States of America.
Look, that ain't fine. It says American crocodiles. Fam, they real?
Read the thing.
They live in coastal areas throughout the Caribbean, occur in the northern parts of southern Florida. American crocodile.
No, they don't.
Yeah, he does. He's definitely American. He got an American flag on his back. He got Trump 2020 on his tongue. Okay, yeah.
Is he the one sharing
Yeah.
a pizza with man?
Yeah, that's
Is
the
that
one fighting that
crocodile?
black dude, the big black dude. That's the one fighting crocodile.
Huh?
Is that
The
an
man
AI
with the
picture?
pizza, the
No,
AI.
it's not. That's an alligator.
I
you
know
freak.
that. All right, relax.
Good grief.
Gosh,
Can't tell you nothing. I can't take you anywhere.
man.
Ravens win.
Ravens suck.
Titans suck too. They both suck. Ravens win.
Yeah, but
Okay, so you're aware that Lamar Jackson threw like 50 bazillion perfect passes that were dropped
cool
all game
beans.
long, right?
That's fine.
Okay, well, I'm just curious because you act like he's whack, so I'm just making sure you know
There
the
is
receivers
something
lost the
about
game for them.
Lamar Jackson that is not sustainable for an entire football team.
So if
His style
he
of play,
causes his receivers to
his
not
style, his style
It's
of
obviously
play.
Lamar's fault.
it spins the wrong way.
All right.
The football.
Spins the other way, like
like
Australia.
like a lefty,
Yeah, if
thrower.
you put a team in Australia, both
That's why they can't move there.
That's
They can
right.
only move to London because the toilet still flushes the right way.
You can talk about that game, that's fine. But the reason why they lost that game because that interception that they threw was stupid. It should have been back shoulder. He threw it on the
No,
inside.
fam, he threw a touchdown pass to
I don't care about-
like this at the end of the game.
He threw one to Aguilar. He threw one to Bateman. He threw one to
Yes,
Zay Flowers.
Flowers that dropped. That's fine.
So it should have been 35
That's
nothing.
hold on. That's fine. But when you have the opportunity at that moment, it is on the red zone to take that lead, and you throw it inside instead of the back shoulder, you get that interception. That's on you. I don't care.
That's
You're-
fine. So it would have been 30, 20,
right.
31 nothing
Mhm.
instead
Okay.
of 35 nothing.
Cool. We have a game, and we can blame the receivers. That's cool. But you're not going to get your money's worth out of Lamar Jackson. Period.
He already
I
got
don't
the
care.
MVP. What do you know?
Cool beans. Yeah, individual accolades is fine. They did a Super Bowl. I'm not gonna say we.
I mean, Jimmy G ain't got no MVPs. My quarterback ain't got MVPs. Like,
Fam, we don't care about them. Alright?
who is we and since when?
Fam. The next game.
Wait, why do we care about James G? For what?
His name's James?
Why did he say it like that?
I'm serious. That's his name?
Okay, I have no idea, but it ain't Big Game James, all right?
Fam.
Damn, if your name is Jim or
That's James
Jimmy, your
Paxton.
name is James, all right? That's how the world works. And crocodiles ain't from the United States of America.
I didn't say they were, but they've laid some roots here. Wow. His name is James Garoppolo.
They're in the low country.
He was born in 91?
They put some roots here.
James Garoppolo. I'm not calling him Jimmy anymore.
I don't even call him Jimmy G. I just do it here.
Okay.
I'm dead serious. You only give someone a nickname if they win championships or they're good. He ain't good for my team.
I'm gonna think of the
If
time.
you watch on Twitter, I don't type Jimmy G. I type Garoppolo. Dead serious. I'm dead serious. 100%.
But y'all won the game, so you can't complain. Apparently.
Suboptimal coaching decision equals W.
George is unreasonable.
No, don't do that.
You're
I haven't said
Perfectly reasonable.
Fam, I haven't said not one word about these Dodgers in the text thread. Not one. Literally,
That
I was
is true.
sending like stuff
Because I've been losing my mind at the house.
Mhm.
I've been texting Ruby like, this is insane. They're embarrassing.
I told you
All right?
guys earlier this year, like, this is the 1 year where it's like, it's whatever. They're not expecting to win anything, so I don't got no pressure on me.
What else, man? Let's get through these, man. I want to go home.
Commandants at Falcons. To me, it looked like Ritter finally discovered that he has Drake London on his team.
Ritter
On
is
Sunday,
5-0
so-
at home. I am taking the Falcons.
Falcons.
And he has Bijan Robinson.
I'm going to take Commandants, but if Ritter really has discovered Drake London exists, Falcons win. 49ers at Cleveland Browns.
Where do you see that? Oh. Yours is set up different.
Is Watson playing? It don't matter. Cleveland Browns. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. That may be a game to pay attention to.
It's definitely going to be a good defense.
Trap game.
It could be a trap game for the Niners.
I wouldn't go
The
that far.
Niners might have blew their
Browns
entire
don't have
load on the
Chubb.
Cowboys.
Don't have Chubb. They might not have a quarterback either. So
I don't know what's up with Watson. They said he was healthy, and he decided not to play at that one.
well, the doctor cleared him. I don't know what that means. You're healthy.
I mean, you go out there.
He was too busy getting rubbed up. Huh?
All right. That's George. At train of thought.
Don't forget the underscore.
At train of thought underscore.
The one without the underscore was taken, which was completely shocking to me because since I signed up on Twitter like 15 years ago, I was like, "What? How does someone have this ad already?"
Stupid.
I'm going with Niners until they prove me otherwise. I mean, the Cats destroying.
I'm going to go with
everything in their
Niners.
path. If Chubb was healthy, I probably would pick Browns, but he ain't healthy. Saints at Texans.
Texans.
This game makes no sense.
Well, the Texans look
Most
trash
of
last
these
week.
games make no sense.
I'm going to go Texans.
We thought, what was the year we thought I was whack in the NFL? Last year or 2
Last
years
year.
ago?
Every
Last
year
year.
y'all think it's whack in the NFL.
Last
No,
year,
no,
it was,
no,
last year it was super
no,
whack.
don't do that. That's not fair. There was
Why
one.
is that not fair?
There was 1 year we specifically
It was
said
last
it was
year.
super whack.
Last year was
2 years
insane. It was last year.
Why?
I can't remember, but it was weird.
ago. Was it last year or 2 years ago when we were saying
Every
it?
year.
No,
We
not
couldn't
every
get
year.
nothing right.
No, don't say it.
We couldn't get no picks right last year.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Nah, it was last year.
No, if you're picking against the spread
Yeah.
and you're under 500, that makes sense. But if you're just picking outright, you should probably win 80% of your picks. I mean, in a given sport, you don't think so?
I feel like NFL's
Ricardo.
tougher than any other sport.
I mean, baseball and hockey upsets happen way more often. What are you talking about? Those games are way more random than football.
I don't know about that.
It's impossible to win spread bets in the NFL, yes, but outright picks, no.
All right, let's go.
You pick Niners too, or
Yeah,
Saints.
Niners.
oh,
Yeah,
Saints.
Niners.
I got Texans. I got
Oh, no, I got Texans.
I can't go against my QB.
Yeah, I got Texans. Even though Texans looked trash last week.
Panthers at Miami Dolphins.
Dolphins next.
Wasn't a man might be out, which upsets me since I have him on my fantasy team.
And Chocho,
Bryce
what's his
Young.
name?
A-Chain. I mean, they call him
A-Chan?
A-Chan, but I call him A-Chain. I don't care what he says.
A-Train,
Devin.
my boys.
It's like the Mike Stanton thing.
Devin A-Chain. Miami Dolphins, their coach is a genius, and Carolina Panthers coach is a moron. So.
Oh.
You picked or no?
I did, yeah, Dolphins.
Seahawks at Bengals.
Bengals, they back.
Get right.
You think so?
Yep.
I do.
And it's a good time to get back. Cardinals, Seahawks run, that's a good time to get back.
I do.
Bengals, 38.
So the
Seahawks,
week before
14.
they scored like 3 points, and now all of a sudden they're fine?
I think so.
Yo, Jamar Chase gets on there and say, I'm always effing open.
I'm always fucking over it. He's 7-11.
15 catches,
Mhm.
3 touchdowns.
3 tutties.
What,
You back.
what receiver doesn't say that?
You back.
What receiver doesn't say that?
He back.
Garrett Wilson.
I'm
He back.
well, but he actually is always open. So I'm picking Gino. Gino's sandwiches. Gino, what's that sandwich called?
He had been good lately.
It's in
cheesesteak.
Cincinnati.
But go ahead.
It is, but I don't care. I'm picking Gino sandwich. Fam, the Bengals won the week before too, and then they not 2 weeks before the Cardinals they won. Everyone said they're back. Then they scored like 3 points the next game.
Okay, but now they're actually back.
They're actually back.
Road game.
Eat Gino sandwiches in your home state.
They're back.
Colts at Jaguars.
Jaguars. Now, Mustang Man
Yeah,
is
'cause
playing.
what's his name?
Yeah, I was about to say, you better bring it up.
But the Jaguars always play the Colts tough. Always.
Mhm.
Always. It's a matchup thing.
Last time Jaguars had a home game in Florida, not in London,
It was
home
like
game.
4 years ago.
They lost to the Houston Texans by about 37 points.
No. Another combination of teams that always play tough always.
Mustache Man wins.
No.
Yes.
No.
We'll see.
Well, no, it's a guarantee.
The greatest mustache will be on display.
Go ahead.
Vikings at Bears, the worst game of the week. Actually, whoever the Raiders are playing.
Doesn't matter. Play Justin Fields. I've been playing Justin Fields every week in fantasy the last 2-3 weeks.
He's only played good twice.
It doesn't matter. The last 2 weeks I've been playing,
Fallen.
destroy.
He has 8 touchdowns, but before that, he had 0.
Cool beans. I didn't play him then. I knew.
Yeah, sure.
I knew.
Sure.
I knew.
Now you're on board with Ohio State quarterback.
No, I'm on board with understanding that, like, okay, he has to pick it up at some point. And that Broncos game, he picked it up.
So 3 weeks in a row he's going to
pick it up? No, a lot of the Bears criticism, a lot of Bears stuff like that, I think the coach is paying attention to it. He's paying a lot more attention to it, letting him play a little bit free.
Does he pick it up this week too?
Yes.
3 in a row.
Yes. No Justin Fields.
Do y'all...
Who's he playing? I'm sorry, who they playing?
Minnesota.
Yeah, no Justin Fields.
Do y'all think...
Awful defense, Vikings.
Do y'all think that Justin Jefferson...
He is Justin
Sorry, Justin Jefferson.
Do y'all think that Justin Jefferson has played his last game in Minnesota? Because some people are saying
it's just a hamstring. It's not that big a deal.
Didn't they already sign a contract?
People took
because they're 1-4.
That video of him on the sideline with the towel and were like, he's so angry about being a Viking. No, fam, I watched the entire game because I had a bet on it. He was angry that he went out with a hamstring and couldn't play at the end. They only lost by 1 touchdown. That's why he was angry.
Well, according to the
I watched
Swifties.
the whole game.
He's on IR, so he's not going to be back for a couple weeks, and it will be past
Swifties. The Swifties says he's done.
Trade deadline.
He said it to Kansas City.
I'll say this much: without Justin Jefferson, the line is a rat line then because Minnesota's favored by 2.5.
Yeah.
So they're telling you who to bet on. They're telling you to bet Minnesota.
Rats.
Go ahead. What else?
I'm going to pick Minnesota because of the line. It's probably the Bears, but then you have to admit you're an Ohio State fan.
I'm taking the Bears.
Lions at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have Jekyll and Hyde. 1 week, Baker Mayfield, greatest quarterback in the world. Next week, can't throw for 100 yards.
Taking Lions.
Where's that at? In Tampa Bay?
Yes.
It is in Tampa.
I'm going to go with Tampa Bay.
I'm taking Lions. You're going to go against Famdrew's team? Do you know that Famdrew's rooting for the Lions this year, you guys?
Did you know? All right, what else?
I'm gonna pick Baker Mayfield because I shouldn't.
Yep.
I hate it, so that's why. Cardinals at Los Angeles Rams. Los Angeles, Anaheim, St. Louis Rams.
I'm gonna go Rams.
I'm going to go Cardinals.
Cardinals will play tough, but I'm gonna go Rams.
I'm gonna go Rams. Aaron Donald is gonna snap alopecia man.
What else?
Eagles at New York Jets. I can't wait to hear what he has to say.
Is this a Sunday night game?
No, but it is in New York.
Oh, I skipped one, I think. No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Well, I partially did by 20 minutes, but that's all right. I'll go back.
I'm going to go Jets. I'm going to go Jets with this one. I think they may have found a little something out of last week. Once you play the Broncos, you kind of start getting a little better. Once the Bears played the Broncos, the Bears started getting a little better. I feel something with the Jets. The Eagles got to lose at some point.
I would agree, but losing AVT is huge. And so, I don't know. I don't know if Max Mitchell's going to play. I don't know if Lyle Collins is going to be signed tomorrow and play on Sunday. I think the Jets cover the spread, but I think Philly wins.
Who you got, George? Jets or Eagles?
King Kincaid on
the
Swoop Boys podcast.
I'm going to go with
So
Eagles because it's the best defense that Wilson Thrilson will have seen since he started playing better. And I want to see him do it against...
Yeah.
Hold on, Eagles defense is kind of a bit whack.
It was 2 weeks ago, but this week it was good.
Well, I mean, they played the Rams.
But I'll discuss it with King Kincaid.
I picked the Rams to win against the Cardinals. I didn't act like I picked them against the win against the Niners.
The Swoop Boys podcast.
You picked them to win an NFL football game. It matters.
Oh my gosh, the Rams have not been bad. The what?
Swoop Boys podcast.
What is
King
that?
Kincaid. Do you know him?
Who?
I think he follows you on Instagram. This guy, I don't know. He's an Eagles fan. He wanted me on the show. Talk Eagles Jets.
Are you gonna be on it?
Yeah.
Oh, let me know.
I'm gonna go with Eagles for now.
For this guy? You know this guy?
Probably.
When I watch practice footage of the Jets from this week, maybe I'll change when I confirm. All right, the game that I thought I skipped, New England Patriots at Las Vegas Raiders. There will be more Patriot fans in the building than Raider fans. For the third consecutive home game for the Raiders.
Is this Sunday night?
No. Regular.
I got Raiders 11, Patriots 0.
I mean, the Raiders are the one team mac and cheese would, or actually Zappy. If they put Zappy in, he might throw for 400.
Oh, let me rephrase that.
If they play Zappy.
I got Patriots.
Yeah.
If they don't play Zappy, then I got the Raiders.
I'm picking Patriots because I'm never picking Raiders ever again as long as Josh McDaniels is the coach. And I'm not falling trap to what I did last year was when I think the Raiders are going to win, I pick them to win. Nope, pick them to lose because they're losers. Mark Davis was even in the booth 1 week after yelling at a fan. He was in the booth mouthing, Josh McDaniels, what are you doing, you fucking colossal moron?
He didn't say all that.
Confirmed.
I was waiting for him to say something.
He didn't say all that.
Lip reading 101.
The lip reading, yes, wind talkers. Yeah.
New York Giants at Buffalo Bills Sunday night game. Worst Sunday night game in NFL history.
Oh, I have another take about the Jets-Eagles game. But
Buffalo Bills.
we'll take the
Bills.
Bills. Yeah.
Yes, Bills by $1 million.
I say
Why do they
Bills
keep
by
the Giants
1,000,
on
not a
Sunday
million.
night? That sucks.
I
Is
mean,
Saquon playing?
they're not playing in London, so Bills by $1 million. That's what they did
Is
the 3
Saquon
weeks
playing?
before Tottenham Stadium.
That's what I need to know. Is Saquon back?
Who knows?
My one take is that I do think the Jets will stop the brotherly shove one time.
The what?
Shove play, when they all push.
Oh.
You know what's
the
crazy?
sneak hurts.
Listen, we've all watched football. How do they get to 3rd and 4th and 1 so often? I don't understand it.
The Patriots used to do it quite a bit often as well.
Yeah, Brady always did the sneak, which is why we know it works so well. But here's the thing. Should the team get to like 3rd or 4th and 1 by random chance 10 times in a game? It just seems implausible.
Be short. Short of the line to game. I mean, it happens.
It happens.
Weird.
Yeah, but it's 3rd and 1. It could
Score
3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, 4th and 3. Why is it always there as every drive?
It's their plays.
Okay.
Don't know. I ain't never thought about it.
Josh McDaniels at 4th and 1 and kicked a 57-yard field goal. So
Let's do Jersey guy.
Monday night.
Well, there's one. It's your team.
What is that?
It's your team.
What they play? What day they play? On Saturday?
Monday night.
They should let them play Friday.
Unprecedented NFL game.
What do they play? The Chargers?
Yeah. San Diego, Orange County Chargers.
I got the Chargers 41, Cowboys 20. The Cowboys are cooked.
Because of...
The next 3 games are hard.
Is anyone out besides... who was out?
Diggs.
Yes. Is anyone out besides Diggs?
Nope.
Okay, Cowboys win.
Our entire O-line, I mean, they've never played together.
Oh, Biadasz is hurt.
They
Is he still
suck.
hurt?
Oh, we lost.
Biadasz?
We
Who was
lost.
that? He's the guard,
Linebacker, Van Der Esch, or whatever.
Oh,
He's
they
hurt.
did lose Leighton Van Der Esch.
He
He's
broke
hurt.
his neck again.
But they said he might play.
Yeah,
He's out for like 4 to 8 weeks with a neck again.
He went to Boise State.
Fam,
It doesn't matter though.
This is our next game. We got Chargers, L, Rams, Rams.
So y'all staying in LA then for that week?
No, we go back to Dallas.
Oxnard?
Nope. Chargers, L, Rams. I'll give them the win. Eagles, L. Giants, probably L. Panthers, win. Commanders, win. Seahawks, L. Eagles again, L. Bills, L. We're not making the playoffs. Oh, sorry. After the Bills, guess who? Dolphins, L. Guess who's after the Dolphins? The Lions. Go ahead and say it. L. Then the Commanders, we probably get that win. We're going to finish the season 500. If we're lucky. If we're lucky, 500. We're not making the playoffs this year. The only reason we make the playoffs is because the Commanders are so trash, the Giants are so trash, Eagles fine, and maybe whatever else in the division or conference or whatever. I don't know. So, whatevs. Let's do this, Jersey. We get the heck out. I want to go home.
What
Cowboys.
else?
My allergies out of control. I feel crazy. Let's get the heck out.
I'm picking Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Chargers. And that's coming from a Cowboys fan.
Uh-huh.
Y'all done? You good? Pretty sure about Lex Show this podcast. We're doing top 10 Major League Baseball jerseys to us. Anybody got any honorable mentions?
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead, Ricco.
I'm gonna say the old Houston Astros with
The stripe across?
Yeah, with the stripes.
Nolan Ryan's?
Probably should have put it on the list, but I didn't
I
because
didn't.
my list sucks. And honestly, to me, one of the better City Connect jerseys, the Diamondbacks Serpientes, the tan jerseys, I think are so sick. And, like,
That's a good one.
yeah, they do not get talked about. In
That's
the
a
City
good
Connect
one. I
jerseys.
do have a
Those
City
are
Connect
unreal.
jersey on mine, but it's not that one. Okay.
I don't actually.
They don't suck, but they suck.
You suck.
Okay. That's all your honorable mentions?
Yes, that's it for me.
George.
You guys are gonna have no frame of reference for this jersey. Actually, I guess I can kind of explain it. You're gonna hate it because you think the mascot is hilarious looking. The 1929 Chicago Cubs white. It was
Oh, fam, those suck.
the C with the little bear in
Yes,
the middle,
those suck.
and,
Fire.
and like 3 buttons.
No, that sucks.
So like
any
a half
jersey with the
button.
3 buttons, whack.
Oh, you
Any
slow.
jerseys that had the strings across like this,
Yeah, strings across.
Yeah,
you're
they're-
thinking of a different.
I'm
I
thinking
do like
1920. The
You're thinking
1920
of a different
Nah.
sport.
I do like the Cubs uniforms, like with the actual like little bear. I don't know how to describe it.
No, anything with that bear on it is whack.
Yeah,
Nah.
That little bear,
you ate the bear.
that little bear, what's he doing? He's standing there with that bat, like, what is he
He's ready to
doing?
hit.
Come on, man. No, he ain't got the bat up. His bat down on the ground.
This
No, it's
one,
not.
the
He
one
has
with
it
the
like
bear
this.
just being a bear when he's like walking around. I think that's sick. It's not on my
No,
list.
Oh, I thought
I'm
you
not-
meant the gummy bear.
I'm not-
bear.
No, yeah,
I said
he's talking about the gummy
1929.
bear.
He got a picture of 2007.
Yeah,
No,
I
he's
talking about that.
talking about the gummy
Yes,
bear.
that bear
Yes.
sucks. The other bear too with the weird eyes, he sucks.
That's the bear
Oh,
with
I
the
like
weird
the bear
eyes.
with the weird eyes.
The bat is not on the ground. The bat is like this, you geek.
No.
Yeah,
What year?
1929.
1929
That was
Cubs.
that was the 18th birthday, wasn't it, George?
I see what you did there.
Yep. It was,
He's holding it like a sword, bro.
This right here.
Yeah.
This logo is fire, and this is actually where what are they called? The Bears. We
yeah,
just
so
talked
It
you're
looks
about.
talking
like
about
he's-
2 different ones.
Are
This
those
is-
his knees? What
This
it
is
supposed to
literally
be?
where the Bears got their logo from. That logo
Fam,
is
he
fire.
ain't holding a bear up to swing it.
It don't matter.
Fam, he's the bat boy. He going to
Yeah.
No,
get
he
that bear out of here. That
No,
bear is
he ain't.
late.
You're not even
With a
looking at the right
semi,
jersey.
look at him.
That's not the right jersey.
That is the right jersey. What are you
Nope,
talking
no,
about?
It's not. I told you the one with the short button that goes all the way down.
The logo was the what matters.
No, it's not. The jersey
You
is
just
different.
showed me the exact same logo.
I showed you the logo. I didn't show you the jersey.
So forget the jersey. The logo sucks. I don't care about the jersey.
Top 10 jerseys.
It looks like
It's a honorable mention.
He's got a semi, bro.
He's lame.
Literally-
They got the Chicago.
That's not
they
what
got
it
the-
looks like.
That's exactly what
It
it
has
looks
an
like.
outline, you weirdo. What logo
Fam.
is
Look
it?
at that. This was 1929.
Sam, do you need me to pull the jersey
Oh
up?
my gosh. Don't nobody care what font they used or what aesthetics they
This
made
one-
of it. The bear sucks.
It
all
literally
right?
says 1929 Chicago
looks like his
Cubs.
daylight.
That's what you said.
No, it's not what I said.
You said 1929.
Yes, the jersey with the 3 buttons. I don't know what to call it. Short button jersey or whatever. I don't know what to call
literally
it.
said 1929. I looked
Those
up-
look possessed.
I typed in-
Right here, you
Those
freak.
look like possessed koalas. Look at the shoulder pad. Look at how
Let me
big
see.
that looks. Show him. Show him.
I'm trying to get this freaking camera to work or this
Wow.
phone. What's this?
Wow.
What's this thing called?
Galaxy Fold. phone.
Fam! Oh my God, fam! What's the name? Man needs to come back to life and explain himself.
All right, you done with John Midgets?
Nope.
Hurry up. I'm ready to go.
1998 Arizona Diamondbacks white, basically the first Arizona Diamondbacks jersey. And then another one you guys will have no frame of reference for 1932 Boston Red Sox. Here, I can pull it up. It's like
Which year? Sorry.
1932. It's a cream slash. It could be white. It's whiter sail color,
Yeah.
and it just says Red Sox in red letters, but there's no like outline on it. There's nothing else on the shirt.
Fire.
Sounds whack.
You're black.
I mean,
It's probably one of them felt ones. I like the felt jerseys, but that one sounds whack. There's never been a fire Red Sox jersey.
Huh? Don't do
Fire's
that.
red. A Fire's Red Sox
Don't
jersey?
do that. Red Sox
Let's say
jerseys
the
are
St.
fire.
Patrick's Day.
Right
Classics.
Fire.
Get that out of here. That's pajamas.
You don't stop. That's
Your
the
pajamas,
jersey.
That's sick.
Get out of here. That sucks.
Red Sox jerseys also honorable mention.
Are
because
you
all Red Sox
okay?
uniforms
That jersey
are fire.
sucks.
It-
That joint is a white thing that says Red Sox.
Yeah,
That sucks.
you know what the current era Red Sox uniform is?
All right.
It says Red Sox.
This
and
is
it's white.
this is top 10 jerseys to us, and that's
This
your
is gonna
honorable
be
mention.
a
That one?
Fucking good one.
You're joking,
Are
right?
you okay?
All right, blood. Let's move on, blood. Let's move on. Let's move on. You done with your honorable mentions?
Go first. No, I'll go first.
Go, Rico.
Fine.
You got all that snot.
Did you have
trying
honorable
to make fun
mentions?
of me,
Huh?
You better
Did
blow
you
your
have
nose on them
honorable
socks. You better use them socks to blow your nose, Talking about
My list is the worst, so we're starting with mine. Number 10, white Dodgers. It's classic.
That's
Dodgers.
the basic jersey.
It says Dodgers. It's good. It's good. Fine.
Number 10 is disrespectful.
You're disrespectful. Number 9, white pinstripe Yankees. It's the Yankees. It's white. It's pinstripes.
Your list must be upside down.
It's not. Number 8,
Yankees aren't even
1997
on my
Twins. Kirby Puckett. Twins.
The blue?
No, thank
The
you.
white.
Oh.
No.
With the pinstripes.
Oh, yes.
No
yes.
sleeves.
You're right. No, no. Now you're tripping. But you're right about that
He
jersey.
said, oh, no,
Yes.
no, no,
You're
no.
right. I know what you're talking about.
Fine.
Oh, no.
No sleeve jerseys are stupid.
Nah, no sleeves jersey fire. Number 7, 1998 Diamondbacks. The purple.
And you better use the right
away.
pictures, too.
That says
Freak.
Arizona?
I'm gonna send you pictures.
Fine.
That's
I'm going to
the
use pictures. What else
That's
would I
the
use?
best Diamondbacks jersey.
I mean, you always get the picture wrong, so what do you want from me?
Oh my gosh, that's because you come on here talking about a one that like they wore one time in the summer.
What's wrong with that?
All right, fam.
It's not fire?
What's number 6?
Number 6, 1977 Mariners. With the M is the trident upside down.
You
Don't.
went for the wrong Mariners one.
That's fire.
Yeah,
No,
you
I
went to
did
the
not.
wrong one.
The correct one.
That one's for Aquaman.
You're for Aquaman. Number 5,
He
White
was
Sox
in Puget
Field
Sound.
of Dreams.
What?
The Field of Dreams White Sox. SOX.
Oh, fire.
Unreal.
Fire.
Remarkable.
That's a fire jersey.
Number 4, Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
Oh, them suck.
Y'all
You
are
suck.
actually- Which
the,
one?
The OG white. Let's say Devil Rays
Yes, correct.
with the Stingray
You are correct.
and the gradient going across the side.
1998 Tampa Bay Devil Ray home white. You are correct.
I know I am.
You what? Huh?
Mid-range jumper.
You smoking?
Number
son.
3.
I had that jersey.
Powder
You
blue.
probably had all these jerseys except Boston Red Sox.
I know he's going to say, listen to the powder blue jersey.
Powder blue.
All the powder blues are fire. There's just too many of them.
St. Louis Cardinals.
Boom. There you go.
Hell yeah.
That's fire.
Hell yeah, bro.
Powder blue Expos? No, thank you.
You smoking?
Powder
Go
Powder
blue.
blue
The Expos
Expos
one is
suck.
fire.
away.
Number
You smoking
2, teal Marlins. The ones they just brought back.
No. There's a better one.
They're fire.
What do
Nah, you know, I'm not gonna say
City
that.
Connect jersey? What you doing?
Not all of them.
No, that's the red.
Nah, I'm not going to say it's whack. The teal's
The
fire. The
teal-
black's fire.
yeah,
the
the
white's
teal
fire. I
Marlins.
got a Marlins on there.
You did the wrong Marlins and the
Nope.
wrong. What was the other one you did?
Mine are correct.
You did the wrong.
Oh,
Mariners
wait.
and
What's on the
Marlins.
what's on the Marlins?
Marlins.
With the fish?
Hmm? Oh, the gray with the fish? It's a
Okay.
good one too.
No, I don't know. Go ahead.
I'll send you a picture. Number 1,
Yeah, Mets. We know.
Black Mets.
That's
Remarkable.
racist. Number 1.
I have that one on my list, but it
Incredible.
It
Mike- No.
Mike Piazza joint.
Yeah.
kind of sucks. Dude.
Best uniform in baseball
It
history.
doesn't kind of suck. It super sucks.
It's
It
one of those
is not
uniforms that looks
close.
fire on the field, but when you saw them in the streets or if you caught one, they suck.
Fire on the field. And I
You
have
had
one at
to
home
buy-
and it's fire.
You had to buy the authentic on the field jersey for that.
Yeah.
one. Anything
Yes.
else, anything less would be uncivilized.
Fire.
All right, George, you going next or we go next?
It's up to you.
I'll go next. Number 10, I got the White Sox, the last year City Connect, the old
Mhm.
English South Side.
Southside.
That joint was fire.
Incredible.
Now, if you saw that anywhere on the streets, you probably wouldn't know that was Chicago, but like everybody knows Chicago for the South Side, so maybe they would. I don't know.
Mhm.
Number 9, I got the Black Mets. I like the Black Mets a lot on the field, off the field, ASS.
Fire off the field too.
Number 8, I got the Marlins. I got the Marlins with Florida across, I believe, and the Marlin
The
jumping.
Marlin on the side.
Yes,
yeah,
with
that's
the
sick. Yeah.
Love that one. Number 7, I got the 1972 Angels jersey when the Angels is in lowercase letters. It had the lowercase A, the letters across, it had the halo above it. Fire.
Yep.
Number 6, my nose is stuffed up. Number 6, I got the Baltimore Orioles, just white.
Nope.
Just
Good.
the white
Incredible.
Orioles across.
Nope.
Fire.
Wrong one.
Remarkable.
Number 5, I got the Mariners teal, Ken Griffey Jr. with the teal jersey with the white pants. Stop it. 1995? Number 4, I got the D-backs championship 98 pinstripe, white. With the A right here in the corner.
They won the championship in 2001.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, it was 98 to 2001. That was when they wore that jersey. So relax. All right. Yeah, shake your head. Number 3, I got the gray. I got the gray Braves, the World Series one. The one that had Atlanta across it with the hatchet. That hatchet on a jersey authentic, I had one. Top notch.
You're an actual insane
Top notch.
person, man.
Number 2, the Yankees white pinstripe. Classic. Number 1, I'm a little biased, but when you see somebody wearing the Dodgers jerseys, you know they bout it. The Dodgers white. Period. To me. Those are the top 10 baseball jerseys to me. George, go ahead. Knock yourself out.
Let's see. Number 10, 1970 to 1976, Pittsburgh Pirates white.
I wanted to pick the white one, but I'm not mad at it.
It absolutely was. I'm gonna show you right now.
I know it. I have it.
No, you don't. Right
Yeah,
there,
come on.
Bucko.
I probably would have said the gray one.
Was he?
Gray was better.
Before you?
That's a bad
Think so,
picture, but
Spring?
that's
Yep.
Clemente.
Gray was better.
Yep.
The player was better than the jersey.
1979 to 1981, Mets gray 2-button. 1 button, 2 button, pullover.
What are the
Lazy.
years?
19, I think I said 79 to 81.
Those are good.
What else?
Hold on, I'm gonna pull a picture up since you have
Ew.
no idea.
No,
I
that's
know what
wrong.
you're talking
I take
about.
it back. Nope. 2 buttons, it makes it look like a blouse.
It sucks.
Smoking. That
It
jersey
sucks.
is fire.
Look
Both
at that
y'all are-
silhouette. That's a woman's silhouette.
And
Damn,
looks
that's
like-
how it's designed on
It
the
looks
website.
like Romeo and Juliet.
Now go look at it on a player.
That's Romeo and Juliet.
Just take the buttons away.
No,
Yeah.
the buttons.
Get it
are,
outta
the
here.
buttons are fire.
Get
That's
it
the
outta
whole
here.
point.
Nah.
Get it out of here.
Nope.
3 strikes, you're out.
Just the same
Buddy.
jersey.
Let
Now,
me
does it
see.
look like woman? No.
Let me see.
Yeah, because that was better.
Let
No
me see.
buttons.
What do you? No, it's not. This is the same jersey. This has the buttons on it. You
2
weirdo.
random ass buttons.
2 buttons.
Let me
That
see.
makes it better.
Let me see.
2 buttons.
Yeah, that sucks.
You smoke.
It was like a child's Italy t-shirt.
Yes.
It was like a child's t-shirt.
Man, what?
Got 2 buttons like that.
Child's T-shirt.
The racing
What?
stripes
You-
might actually be
A
the
t-shirt
best
for
Mets
a lazy
uniform
person.
of all time.
No, they're not.
Might be.
I like the stripe down the side.
No, you're wrong.
As long as it lined up perfectly with the pants.
Yep.
You had your jersey twisted and your stripe was off. Go sit down.
You smoking shine.
What else, fam? Like, I want to go home.
Yeah, that's why you keep complaining so much.
Fam, I'm about to start packing this up.
1987 and 1991 Seattle Mariners white.
That's cool. I like the teal better, but the white was fire too. But what player, though? Ooh.
Jay Buhner, so he can hit you with that bat.
Jay
Right
Buhner.
here. Yes. Don't use the wrong pictures either. I'm going to send you pictures.
Yeah, right.
Watch me.
Why don't you send the list?
1960, because you're going to pick the wrong picture. 1962 to 1964, Houston Colt 45s with that gun on it. Shoot you.
That
You
sucks.
smoking.
Colt 45 is liquor.
Colt 45 is a handgun. You
Thanks, all right? Thank you, George.
You wouldn't have known if I didn't tell you.
Yes, thank you.
True.
Number
With the
6,
Yeezys.
1998 inaugural Tampa Bay Devil Rays home white.
Yes, game 1.
Number 5, 1993 to 1995 Florida Marlins white inaugural uniform.
Yeah.
Number 4, 1980 to 1988 Montreal Expos blue.
No thanks.
Yes.
No thanks.
Number 3, 1971 Baltimore Orioles road gray where it said Baltimore.
I ain't
Not
mad at
Orioles.
it, but the Orioles is better.
No, it's
Orioles,
not.
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
Baltimore
The Baltimore
is
is too. It's too
It's-
many letters. It's too small.
No,
Yes.
wrong.
Orioles is better.
1971.
Orioles is better.
Go
Yeah.
look at 1971
Don't
jersey.
move your neck like that.
Go look at
Weird.
1971.
It's like this. Baltimore Orioles. The Baltimore.
Sneak this button.
Go look at 1971.
Oh, look at me
That would
like
actually
that.
fly off the shelves, huh? Sneak this bobblehead flying, huh? Put me in a Dodger hat. Number 2, 1972. I can't believe you guys, neither one of you had this on your list. 1972 Atlanta Braves 2-button blue.
Stop with the fucking
Hank Aaron.
Two buttons.
God,
Because it looks better than the
No, it
than
doesn't.
the jersey one. Fam, I'm not talking about the all button down jersey. I'm talking about the one that you called it. What'd you call it? The one, the jersey
Henley.
you just. No, not Henley. The jersey you just pull over with no buttons. What'd you call it earlier?
Pullover.
A t-shirt.
Pullover. Is 2 buttons better than a pullover?
No thanks.
No,
yes,
it's
it
not.
is.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It was 2
Not
buttons.
even close. That's 2 buttons. You can let some air out.
Um,
Let the hair go. You can show the gold
Yes,
chains.
taco
fam.
meat.
2 buttons.
Well, Mookie Betts got the wackest chains of all time. Period.
You just saying that because he sucks
No,
in the
no.
playoffs.
Mhm.
The chain that he has sucks. That like link chain, and then he wears that stone, like an energy stone or infinity stone around his neck. Sucks.
It ain't an infinity stone. Because
Whatever.
trust me, it has no power.
It's no power in the playoffs.
Number 1, no, neither one of you said this. I'm not surprised. This is what I was referring to with the sneaker. 1945 Brooklyn Dodgers Satin. I don't care what color. You pick white, gray, blue. Dodgers Satin jerseys, undefeated.
Satin jerseys suck.
You smoking ding dongs.
Them
Ding
joints,
dongs and ding dings.
them joints are for go-go dancers.
You smoking Sherm.
Them joints all shiny and stuff like that. For what?
That's the whole point.
it's a good pick.
Man, shiny. A satin.
You imagine Mookie Betts in that jersey? Be hitting
The
900
light
Yeah,
blue?
right.
playoffs.
Be hitting even
The
less.
light blue?
900, hitting 900.
Is it this one?
No, not that one.
Fam,
There's
satin.
a white one and
satin
a
is for
dark
warm-ups. You know, warm-up jacket. You put your warm-up
There's
jacket
like
on.
a
Cool.
royal blue and a
Satin.
No, man, that started way later. That didn't.
I don't care. That's what it's for.
This one?
Oh, I do. Either one. That one or the white one. Undefeated. Top jersey of all time. Only team ever to use satin on the uniform. Fire.
There's a reason why.
They know how special they are.
Because the players was out there like, yo, this jersey's sticking to my body.
Except it lasted for
I
like
keep
10
sweating
years or
that.
5 years or whatever.
They couldn't
So
afford to
clearly
get
it
new
wasn't.
ones.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
my
right.
Attendance was low.
The Cavs had
They raised the ticket prices to 8
the
cents.
richest franchise in baseball.
Those suck
Yes,
so
their
much.
franchise was
You
worth
son of a-
$180.
Whew.
All right, Jordan, anything else? Nothing? Rico, anything else? Nothing? Great, that's nothing. Bye.
Show chops.
Out of here.